Woo!
Wake up, it's a brand new day. Crazy Lou's here, got something to say. Good morning, gamers, rise and shine. It's time to play, let's have a good time. Morning, gaming community. With Crazy Lou, it's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. In the world of games, we're just meant to be. Grab coming and eat a scene. Crazy Lou is ready, it's a gaming scene. Fernie's trading through the word skin. All recent gaming go, rates and pay top mean. Good morning, coming moving. It's a world of unity. Upbeat and lively, we're feeling so free. Wake up, it's a brand new day.
Initiating launch sequence.
Let's begin. Woo! Good morning, everybody. Also, afternoon and evening, the crazy one. Wish you a beautiful and awesome Wednesday. Chat, how y'all doing this morning? Sorry I didn't come by yesterday because things happen. I've been busy. I've been doing a lot of stuff, with life. I had a lot of work jump in yesterday, so yeah, I couldn't do a show yesterday. But here we are today to have some fun, have couple of things to discuss because man, it seems like PlayStation is having a lot of stuff happening out there. Pin Charisma, Louis, did you get your Red Dead upgrade? I have not checked. Pin, I have not checked to be honest though. I will check it out. I will check it out because I just haven't had the time. But I'll check it out today. Today I'll have the time to check it out. Today I'm going to chill out, relax, and play some games. So, like I was saying, though, my beautiful and awesome chat, a lot of things happening around here with PlayStation. Interesting. Yeah, let me say good morning to everyone real quick. And we have in the building, why so serious? Speaking of that, why so serious? Someone the other day watched Batman 1, Batman 2, and Batman 3 for, the Nolan trilogy. Batman Begins, the Dark Knight, and then the Dark Knight Rises. Yeah, I watched all three of them the other day. And I got to say, though, I still don't like it. Nah, I'm just kidding. I love the Batman new series. Yeah, of course. Nolan did a good job with it. I just don't like Christian Bale as Batman, though. I just don't like him as Batman, though. But the bad guys, though, were fantastic, though. Bane, Joker with Heath Ledger, man. RP to Heath Ledger, man. He was the man. But yeah, everything was good, man. Everything was good. Just watching it again felt really good. Jacob Nova, good morning. How you doing? And Nini, like always, every time there is some bad PlayStation news, comes by and says, my PS5 Pro eating good next year, Louis. Okay, good luck. Enjoy. Eat what you want with the PS5 Pro. I know I'm going to enjoy my Xbox. And it's going to, I guarantee something that my Xbox is going to eat really good next year. Not only next year, the year after next, and the year after next. Oh man, I'm gonna be eating fantastic with all those games poured into Game Pass. Woo wee! It's gonna be a big ass buffet. Yeah. Pink Charisma, good morning to you, sir. Jacob Novik with the 50 super chat. He says, as you know, Savvy Games Group, aka Saudi Arabia government, and it's bad for geopolitical and censorship. So if it gets blocked, Xbox needs to buy EA. Why do you want Xbox to buy EA though? Why? I mean, if I was Xbox, I wouldn't get EA. EA right now is having some big financial issues, and for the price it's going to be no. I mean, if they go into that, then we're going to have regulator talk. We're going to have to go out there and talk all the regulator stuff. Nah, I don't think EA needs to be bought by Xbox itself. I don't think it needs to be bought though. Mm. All right. Happy holidays, Louis. God bless you and all gamers around the world. Same to you, El Nini, man. Happy holidays, man. Because, even though we troll, we have our fun here. At the end of the day, we're human, right? You have to give us, happy holidays and everything. Have a good holiday, Chad. I mean, seriously, have a fantastic holiday. No joke. Happy Hanukkah, happy holidays, happy anything around the world that is happening. Happy everything. Christmas time is a beautiful time. Yes, sir, it is. Xbox swept the Game Awards. Yes, sir, 100%. Jacob Novas says, Louis, I bought the Xbox Series X version of Red Dead and got the 360 version for free. Nice. Wow, that's cool. That's cool. I don't like Dark Knight Rises. You don't like Dark Knight Rises? It doesn't matter who we are. What matters is our plan. I love Bane. Tom Hardy kicks ass though. Yeah, yeah. Mm. Speaking of which, speaking of which, when the blue hell is I got a girlfriend, man. When the blue hell I got a girlfriend, I got a girlfriend. Supposed to be tweeting my stuff out. He didn't do shit today. He got a girlfriend today. That's why he didn't do shit. Damn it. Where you at though? I do not know what that's about. Jacob, I don't know what that's about though. I don't know what that's about though. I mean, I haven't been there. I don't know what's going on over there. What I know is what's going on in the video gaming world. That's what I know though. I don't think our favorite people will. I don't think our favorite opponent will be in the chat today after the Game Awards. I thought, no, he did come by on Monday though, because on Monday I was waiting for Joey. We were gonna have a trash talk session, but Joey fell asleep because it was raining and he got to bed real late and he couldn't come by. I was like, no, Joey, no, I needed you here. We're gonna do a lot of slander, Joey, but no, Joey, slept and it was raining over there. Yeah. I'm happy wearing a nappy. Oh, Lafala, I'm old. Damn. Damn. Saudi has produced oil and that for the last 1,000 years. I mean, I don't know about that though. I mean, look, guys, look. At the end of the day, uh, we don't. I don't know what's gonna happen because what I saw was, and I saw something yesterday that kind of like intrigued me. Like I saw that Trump's kid, backed away from the Paramount buy or son-in-law. Is it son-in-law or kid? I don't know. I don't know, right? So I don't know. He backed out from the Paramount buy for WB though. I saw that happen. I was like, okay, so I see that WB is going to progress and say Netflix can pick me up. So that's a good sign though, because I was like Paramount with the what's it called with billions of dollars in debt. How the hell are they going to come up with 108 billion? Because they're going to have a backing of someone else, but that backing is not a good backing though. Because I mean, if you're in debt, you're in debt. You can't be going out there and buying stuff to be more in debt to try to recuperate from your debt. It's going to be worse for you guys. Because at the end of the day, if you have a company, because here's the thing though, right? This is what I learned, right? If you have a company that's already in a slump, and you go ahead and you buy another slump thinking you're going to recuperate the slump you're in, that's not going to work. You got to have a company that's doing real well to pick up a slump so that way that slump can go up and be like it, like the other side is, because that's the thing about buying these companies. You can't be like, oh, I can't be like, oh, let me go ahead and buy. I'm in a slump. Let me go buy something else and be in a slump. They come from money from all savvy can get up because the government only stuff is your. Okay. Jake, I don't even know what that is about. I could really really dig into that before I really get into that conversation, like how is it over there and stuff like that. Because for me, every time I hear Saudi Arabia, I see all I know is about oil, right? That's it, like the oil that's over there. I've had friends go over there, visit it. They talked to me about it. They had a blast over there, visiting it, and stuff like that. That's all. I heard like always good stuff though. But like the deep inside though, I have not studied it or sat down and read about it. I'm happy wearing a nappy. What is a nappy though, Pixel Slapper? What's a nappy? I want to know. Okay, let me Google that. What is a nappy? What is a nappy? Nappy. A piece of toweling or other sort of material wrapped around. Oh, okay. Wait, you're wearing diapers though? Pixel, you're wearing diapers? Because that's what a nappy is. It's basically a diaper, though. That's a nappy, though. 019 at the Game Awards is crazy work. 100%. I mean, look, I was so happy to see the Xbox swept awards. I was happy to see that. I was happy the Xbox at least picked two because you know why? Because remember, every time the Game Awards go by, they come out with this meme and they say, "Whoa, Xbox didn't get any games that are nominated for the Game Awards. That's a win for us. Xbox didn't get nothing." But you know what? The funny part is, Xbox didn't get that right. Um, Xbox didn't get that. Didn't get to be nominated for the Game of the Year, but at least they won some awards, which y'all didn't do shit. So what the hell? Why should I be happy being nominated when they didn't win shit? I don't understand. How can y'all be happy about it? Because a nomination is just a nomination. Now the question is, are they going to get an award? We have to wait and see. And did they get something? Hell no. All they got was one award for The Last of Us, and that's for the damn TV show. But when it comes to gaming, they didn't do shit. Oh, here comes I got a girlfriend in the building. What's up, I got a girlfriend? Saudi owns like 5% of Nintendo and 96% of SNK. Del Diablo. 96% of SNK? Like el demonio. That's a no. Hmm. It's kind of like what's this company called? We keep mentioning it. That like little by little they're putting little itsy bitsy bits in there. 10 cent, yeah, 10 cent just puts one bit right here, one bit over there. Okay, let's get a little bit over here or a little bit over there. I mean, 10 cent is anywhere. 10 cent, why don't you invest in me? Please invest in Lou. Please do so. Herman Day, good morning. What sort of day are you doing? Savvy is a subsidiary of fund called PIF, who is controlled by Crown Prince and government, and regulators prefer companies buying instead of governments because governments buying is geopolitical, which is 100% worse than. I mean, remember, Jacob, there's regulators out there, so either way, though, we got to let the regulators cook and work. So if they find anything wrong, you know they're going to fight the deal. That's what they do. Remember that. That's what they do. They fight it. If not, they get sued. You know these regulators don't mess around. I mean, these when they see something wrong with the company, they go ahead and sue, and sometimes they win by the suit. Though, what was the lawsuit that they did the other day? I think they did a lawsuit. I think it was with Fortnite. They sued Fortnite and they won against Fortnite. Fortnite had to gave money back though. Ah, damn good. What's up, damn good? Good morning. Says Sony shitty practice come to light. Not surprised. Garbage company. Oh, we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about it. I'm happy that these things are coming up to light because you know why? Remember, they lied to us all the way. These fanboys lied to us all the damn time. These fanboys love to bring up those lies, and sorry, fanboys, I'm here to destroy it. William 99059 over there in Twitch. He says, "Hey, mate, your stream is pretty and cool." Ah, I'm pretty then. Thank you. But here's a funny thing though. I mean, if you look at I gotta be honest with you, no joke. If Maurice and me had a baby, it would have been this thumbnail. I'm not kidding you. If you look at my thumbnail, it looked like me and Maurice had a baby. I'm not kidding. You were joking about that yesterday. I mean, he was sleeping though, but he wrote to me later on at 2:30 a.m. But you know, it was early for him, but I was sleeping though. But yeah, he was laughing his ass off. He's like, "Yeah, it's true." But either way, though, chat. Let's get into the news. Let's start covering it because you know we've been here for 10 minutes just talking stuff like always. Yep, yep. Sony has been toxic ever since they entered gaming. Look at their action against Sega and Nintendo. They've never gone along at any more one point. Toxic, you mean? Oh, Louis, you should definitely should know this before saying it's good or bad because it's very bad that the government gets into gaming. Jacob, I think what's it called? I think it was wait. Hold on, Jacob. Give me a second. I think CD Project Red has something to do with the government. And look how well they do though. I mean, they do really well. But again, like I said, I'm not saying it's good or bad though. I'm just saying you have regulators out there that if something bad is going to go down, they will stop that deal. Because remember, that's why you pay the taxes. We pay those taxes because hell, we have to pay for those taxes. Oh, you want to? No, I never said I wanted a baby with a man. No, no, no. Come on, man. Come on. Why so serious? We're just joking around though. Because me and Maurice call each other brothers. We joke around and call each other brothers. And you know, when I saw that thumbnail that Farq made, I was like, seriously, that looks like if I mean, he had pretty much the same hair as Maurice and everything. We're just laughing my asses off though. Jacob, again, I gotta dig into that to see what's going on there. I gotta dig into that. I really gotta dig into it to see what's happening because like I said, all I heard is oil, and I had friends visit over there, and I had friends tell me it's a good time over there to visit Saudi Arabia. And they had a good time though, so I seriously gotta dig into it before I get into like the whole political side of things about it, or talk a little about the political side of things. But again, if it goes to buy though, all right, hold on a second. I don't know what's going on. If they go to buy it though, before anything proceeds, and if there's something wrong with it, they will stop the buy. They will stop. They will start to regulate and say, okay, what you're doing is wrong. This is not right. And so, yeah, let's see what happens though, Jacob. We have a long ways to go. Because remember, right now, I can go ahead and say, okay, let me buy this company, right? A big ass company if I had all the money in the world. But at the end of the day, though, it has to go through regulators before regulators say, okay, that's it. You know, it's gonna be a hassle though. It's gonna be a hassle. I couldn't find Final Fantasy VII demo on Xbox anywhere. Does anyone know if it is or not out yet? I don't know. I haven't checked though. I haven't checked the Final Fantasy VII demo. Hmm. But yeah, Maurice has a video about the Final Fantasy demo. How's it running? Well, I'll wait for Maurice to come by and tell us how's it running because you know how Maurice is. He loves to tell us when he comes by. So yeah, let's get into a chat. Like I said, we got a couple things we got to talk about. And first things first, let's talk about this. Some sad news going over there on PlayStation. Real sad. No, this is not good for them. Oh no. Sucker Punch co-founder Brian Fleming is leaving after 28 years. No, he's leaving. Oh no, this is not good for them. And here's the thing, though, chat. You know why I say it's not good for them? Because every time someone in Xbox leaves, they say the same thing. They say, "Oh, Xbox is in trouble. Xbox is gonna die now. Oh, these studios are gonna burn. Nothing's gonna happen because a guy left the studio because he's been there for like 45 years or something. Oh, it's bad. It's awful." But now, now it's awful that this guy's leaving. Yeah, it's awful. It's real bad. It's awful. You don't understand. Sucker Punch will not be the same anymore. It's not going to be the same, Chad. I'm being serious. It's not going to be the same. It's just going to just fade away and get destroyed. And nothing else is going to happen. They're not going to develop any more Yote. They're not going to develop any more anything. They're not going to bring back what's that game called? The guy that runs around and does something. What's that game called? Man, I forgot that really good game they made. Damn it. Oh, you know what game I'm talking about, chat. But either way, though, let's go ahead and read about this. Sucker Punch co-founder Brian Fleming is leaving the studio after 20 years. Fleming will be passing Sucker Punch studio leadership on to new generation with Jason Cano and Adrian Bentley taking over as co-studio heads. Why is this whole Why can't you leave one person in charge? But you got to put two people in charge. When two people butt heads, it's a problem. Gosh. I hope they get along though, seriously, because no. Taking over as co-studios heads on January 1st, 2026. Sucker Punch has been part of PlayStation Family Studios since 2000. In the statement, Sony said over the past year, Brian has worked closely with PlayStation Studios to ensure that Sucker Punch was in the best hands. Moving forward with a strong foundation for the studio's continued success. No, it's never gonna be the same. I'm telling you, it's gonna burn. No, not like this. No, don't leave us, Brian. No. That's what those guys say. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just imitating what the fanboys, say about Xbox, though. Yeah. So, and of course, I'm just joking. Of course, everything will be fine. They'll do well though. Brian's vision and leadership have shaped the studio's culture of creativity and collaboration, and established a foundation that Jason, Adrian, and the entire team will build on as they look to the future. I leave Sucker Punch in the capable hands of the strongest leadership team, and we've ever had. Adrian and Jason will do an amazing job as studio head. Fleming posted on LinkedIn. Yes. And the rest of the directors, Nate, Joanna, Billy, man, where my friend Billy at? So I can say Billy. Man, I have a very good friend named Billy here in Dominican Republic. Every time I see him, I say Billy. Oh man, what's Billy doing though? I haven't talked to him in a while. Gail, Parker, Sonia, Robin, etc. They were all so capable and so ready for new challenges that I have nothing but confidence the studio will continue to flourish. Fleming will stay at Sucker Punch until April to aid the transition, after which he wants to spend more time traveling with his family. Nice. Hey man, how much is it? 28 years? That's good. I mean, that's good. How many games did he make though? Because that's the thing about the dev cycle though. Those devs, I mean, when I heard that it takes them 6 years to make a game, pretty much. So let's see, from 2000 to now, let's say 6 years. Let me see, 2006. Let me see. 6 times 6 is 24, right? So he pretty much got him to make 7 games as much, 6 to 7 games. Wow, pretty crazy stuff though. Hmm. He also hopes to explore more opportunities, some industry, some tech, and some entertainment, some advocacy, politics stuff are all part of the space I'm thinking hard about. Uh oh. Hmm. 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 Looking to explore for more opportunities, though. What's going on there? Hmm. Louis, we had no idea where were you yesterday. The thing is, though, Game on Jesse, sometimes in life things come by. And I had to go to the office super early yesterday. I had to run like crazy to the office. I had to get some things done because again, I'm traveling next week, and so if I advance this, you guys can have me for the rest of the next week. Because next week, guys, if I don't advance what's going on in the office though, for next week, it's gonna be hard for you guys to catch me. So that's why I'm trying to advance as much as I can. So next week, you guys can have me to the 24th, because on the 24th, that's it for Lou. Lou's on, for 2 weeks. But again, I'll be online. I'll try. I'm gonna take my laptop and everything, and I'll be online, and I'll do some shows, when I got the time. But even though I'll be on later though, which is gonna suck though, because we're gonna have a big time difference. It's 4 hours behind or 5 hours behind. Because I can't wake up at 4 a.m. and start making like good morning, doing all the sounds I do with people sleeping, in California. Yeah. And you know how it is over there in the States, you guys got those sheetrock walls. Is it sheetrock? I think it's called. I don't know, drywall, yeah. So pretty much any sound gets picked up pretty easy. Not like here it's concrete though. Just type in Final Fantasy. Damn good. Yeah. All right. Jacob Noah says, Louis, I just want you to understand why people are against Saudi Arabia buying. One thing, killing very poor human rights, and female don't have a lot of rights a man has. No, I do understand though, Jacob. I do understand where you come from with all the stuff, but again, I have to really like sit there and read a lot more into it because look, I don't know if it's good or bad. I don't know if it's good or bad. The only person that knows it's good is the person who's going to get the money. That's the only person that knows it's good. Because let's say the head of EA gets all that cash, right? And with all that cash, also the what's it called? The investors are gonna get that cash. That's all they see. This like, oh, it's money, it's good. That's all they see. On the other side of things, right? I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. Like I said, if they're gonna come up and buy this company and then they're gonna start up with a bunch of crap, right? Like some companies do, they're gonna start with a bunch of crap, when they go in and buy it, and the regulators see something wrong, they're gonna try to control it. When a foreign country buys, it's not only FTC, let me see, they are only interfering with the foreign company buys. Yeah, but regulators can do have a vote before that buy goes though, because that's why you have them. They have to go through all the regular proceedings, no matter what, because they're buying a company that's not private, right? If it's a private company and it's going to go through regulators, that's going to be a hassle. Now, if they did buy a private company, it's a whole different story though. But yeah, it's a lot of money though. How can we say no? How can we say we don't know if it's good or bad? No, 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 no. I'm no, Jacob. Look again. Listen to what I'm saying, though. Listen, I'm just saying it's going to be good for the guys who are going to get the money because for them it's good because they're going to get some cash. Now, personally, I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen because I don't know if EA will be good, if EA will be bad. Because again, at the end of the day, though, if they're selling, it's because of something, though. Sucker Punch guys abandoning ship. Ghost of Bokete flopped and 0 wins at the Sony Game Awards. Not surprised. Yep. But like I said though, Jacob, I gotta really dig into it. I gotta really dig into it to know what you're talking about because even though you're telling me though, I still gotta dig in. No matter what, I still gotta dig in before I set out to say if it's gonna be a bad buy, if it's gonna be a good buy, if it's gonna be this. I have to really dig into it to know if it's gonna be good or bad. Because as of now, like I said, you know, because of now, as I said, we gotta wait to see. Because at the end of the day, the one that finds it good are the ones who are going to receive the cash. Those are the only ones that finds it good because that's how it is, and the investors are going to be happy with that too. That's how it is. Good morning, all. What's up, Pang 9113? How you doing, man? Good morning to you, sir. What's cooking? Sony Pony leading suck punch rage after quit. He became the latest Sony 007. Ghost of Yate made profit. Yeah, it made profit though. It did make profit. Profit, yeah. Because the budget with Ghost of Yote was that they spent 60 million making it. 60 million. And so if it sold 3 million copies, they made profit off of it. Plus, we gotta take the taxes of marketing and all that stuff. Hey, Rain G4804. How you doing, Rain? What's cooking? Yes, what's cooking? So that's the news right there with Sucker Much. The head guy left. Well, not left yet. He's leaving, in January, but he will, in April, leave everything behind. He's going to explore new things. I wonder why they always leave and try to explore new things. Oh, I guess I know what it. Sometimes I guess it's because of something that's happening over there. Because you know what, we have another issue cooking, and that is PlayStation limiting devs' freedom. Hmm. Interesting, because at the end of the day, nobody talked about this, and even though Ecstasies came out and mentioned this, right? Ecstasies mentioned this. I know New Legal tackled this in because New Legal saw it first than me because I was driving, I was busy with work and all this stuff, and I was talking to New Legal, and he saw this news, and they said, "Wait a minute, what's going on over here?" And he showed it to me, and then Ecstasies talked about it. I said, "You know what? Let's cook with this." Oh man, like I said, it's never good news when you see this type of thing happening over there. And that is, chat. I will post this news and we're going to talk about it right now. Goes to the was a copy and paste, don't cost much. They did add some new stuff to it. I mean, if we're going to stick to copy and paste, though, my God, there's a lot of games that have copy and paste. Market is included in every budget. Mm-mm. I think market's separate because I don't know if it says that marketing is included in the $60 million budget. That's a different story though. But what they said though, it was 60 million to make. I think marketing is separate right there. It's not included because when you make it, you have a budget to make it, then you have the budget for marketing. They're two different things right there. Louis, the base game was already there. Of course, the base game was already there because at the end of the day, what was going to be different about that game? I mean, what do you expect? You expect to have like Van Damme kicks or something in there? Because I mean, there was nothing to expect from that game. They have to, of course, deliver pretty much the same thing. Yeah, dev budget is separate from marketing. Yeah, there's got to be because you can't put it together unless if they sum it all up and say, with marketing and development, it was this much. You still want scale bound? Scale bound. Hey, Sanchez Martinez, give me good morning. But all right, chat. Moving on up, moving on up, moving on up. We got some also news right here that's happening over there on PlayStation. I was like, what? Because I saw this game in the Game Awards, and I was like, what's going on with this? A developer there. It's not a Sony game. What happened though? So this man comes out and says Naughty Dog straightly left the studio as he was working really, really hard on games that weren't his. The development veteran departed the Uncharted maker in 2017. Uh-oh. 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 Industry veteran Bruce Straley has said he left Naughty Dog in parts because he wanted ownership of whatever he was working on. Oh shit. Wait a minute. I heard that Sony is really nice to the devs. They give them creative freedom and everything. But why did this man leave and do his own thing? Hmm. Weird, huh? Speaking to Polygon, the developer explained that the decision to depart The Last of Us and Uncharted maker was twofold. As well as ownership, he wanted new challenges beyond what his former studio was working on. Hmm, that explains the rinse and repeat. Stradley left Naughty Dog in September 2017. During his tenure at the studio, he worked on the company's Crash and Jack and Daxter titles before being promoted to co-art director for 2007's Uncharted: Drake's Fortune. He then became the game director of the title sequel before leading development of The Last of Us and Uncharted 4 Thieves End. It had been there. I have been there for 18 years. That's a long time for anybody to be anywhere, Straley explained. I think I played a very integral role in building that brand up and those titles. And I had really amazing experience with those teams, but I felt like I was answering the same questions over and over again. We were kind of in this what is it, paradigm? How is that word? Paradigm? Paradigm? I don't know if I said it right. Sorry if I butchered it. Of this style of game that I was part of creating. But it felt like I've been in the position before. My brain isn't good with the type of repetition. Uh oh, repetition. I thought they innovated though. Huh. I need new problems to solve. I need new creative outlets. I'm not saying there wouldn't be opportunities there, but couple that feeling with the idea that I was working really, really hard at something that wasn't mine. Uh oh. Straley said that after leaving Naughty Dog, he did not want to go on to another AAA studio because he didn't want to deal with a whole different bureaucrat or cultural system. Yikes. Which appears to be the reason he went independent. In 2022, he announced a new studio, Wildflower Interactive, which recently revealed its debut title, coming on the Chicken Foot at the Game Awards 2025. When it came time to think about either staying at Naughty Dog or leaving, it was like, where else do I go? Straley said. Naughty Dog is literally on the pinnacle of a style game, and I really enjoy making and playing the style of game. I wasn't going to go another AAA studio to make a first person shooter or puzzle platformer. I just didn't feel like I was going to go somewhere else. Then I would have to deal with the whole different bureaucratic or cultural system, so that was already an answer for me. Okay, I can go somewhere else. Ah. mm. Uh-oh. In 2023, Strelly expresses dissatisfaction at Naughty Dog for not crediting him in their recent release, The Last of Us TV show. Wow. I remember that. So it was this dude? It's an argument of the Union Station as someone who was part of co-creation of that world and those characters isn't getting credit or a nickel for the work they put into it, Strelly said at the time. Wow. That explains a lot. Wow. So that was the guy who came on and says, where's my credit at? I mean, this man worked on The Last of Us and they did not credit him. It's like if they did an autobiography of Crazy Lou and did not say, hey, Lou, you got the credit for it. Huh. Oh, shit. That's crazy. You want Little Big Louie? No, we don't want a Little Big Louie playing the game. No. Buy a chicken foot pull, it's sinners. That makes us laugh. Mm. Jack, Sly, I already read all that stuff. God of Louie, Ratchet and Louie. Why would I be Ratchet and Crank though? How would I be a character in Ratchet and Crank? That would be weird though. Man, if I got the opportunity to kick Ratchet around, then hell yeah, I'll be in it. No, I'm just messing. Sony needs to port Returnal everywhere. The only new IP they got this generation, 100%. I don't know why they haven't still ported that game. I mean, I'm waiting for that game to jump on Xbox, which I hope they deliver because it's such a good game that it deserves to be everywhere, not locked in just two places. It deserves to be everywhere. Because I did play Returnal, and it's a really fun, good game, but it deserves to be everywhere. It deserves to be on Xbox, everywhere. I don't care if they say I'm port begging or something. I don't give a shit about that. At the end of the day, when a game like that is that good, it deserves to be everywhere. You pronounce Ratchet and Clank, Ratchet and Crank. Oh yeah, that's what I call it, Ratchet and Crank. Yeah, because that Ratchet loves to move that crank. Why put something that wouldn't sell 500K units is pretty ass? Well, because that's the thing, though. It didn't sell that much, so they should port it because there could be fans out there want to play that game, and a lot of people have really talk about Returnal. And I'll be honest with you, I did try it, and it's a fun game. It's not a boring game. It's not ass. It's a really fun game, and it deserves to be ported everywhere, though. It's a game that needs to be everywhere. Like if they did not buy the studio, though, I can imagine that by now it would have been, yeah, somewhere else. Ralph Rongen, yeah, Ralph Rongen, the man Ralph Rongen. But well, I can't believe this man did not get credited over something he worked in. Did he get credit for Uncharted though? Hmm, weird. That's insane though. Man didn't get credit for that. Damn. Save your money to next year. Game Pass is almost 2026, everybody. Big money, we know, we know. Big money, we know. You're saving money for GTA 6. Let's go. Let me be real. The Ghost of the Tale was a copy and paste, same assets, same look and place. They made money, but not the type that wanted. And after 5 years of development, I am. Well, look, I have not played Yote though. I have not played Yote. I'm not defending Yote. I'm not defending it, just in case you think I'm defending it or saying something. No, but again, if they're gonna get some, if they got some good things happening in Yote, some things will work fine, some things were perfect. Why change the way it is? Why don't you just grab what you have, bring it over here, right? Grab what you have, bring it over here, and just add some stuff into it. Make it more, sharper. Like for example, the whole grass thing. They added cutting through grass. It's actually a new thing. They were out there, applauding that they could actually cut through grass. They were like, "Oh, this is awesome graphics!" Wow, in Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, though, it's over the top game. When you slash the grass, you get rubies and stuff like that. It was new to them. It was new to them. Kind of sad though, but that they found that to be new for them because hey, this thing was since SNES was Zelda Link to the Past. We could have cut grass from back then, and even in the new Zelda, you can cut grass too. But you know how they are. You know how they are. Hey, it's new for them. It's new. It's like those guys who go out there and talk about the PS5 Pro. They're like, "Wow, my PS5 Pro is the best in graphics." Have you ever used the 3080, 4080, 5090? I mean, if you do that though, couldn't cut through grass in N64 games like Zelda OT. I don't know. I think you did though, because Zelda always had that thing. You could always cut through the grass to get rubies, stuff like that. So, like I said though, it was new for them. Don't know why, but like I said, in SNES, Zelda Link to the Past, when you run through the grass, he cuts through everything. I was cutting grass in Link to the Past, 100%. Yes, we didn't even allow more in the damn game. Speaking of which, I wondered, hmm, I'm gonna get my katana out and I'm gonna do a video of me cutting grass. We'll call it the Louis Ghost of Louis. We're gonna call it that. Ghost of Louis, and I'm gonna cut some grass and post it on here to make him mad. Woo! Oh Lord, they'll be furious. They're gonna be furious. Yep. But yeah, like I said, if it was working fine for them, I mean, look, it was a $60 million budget. It could be a copy paste with enhanced more graphics and everything. But at the end of the day, they've already made their money, which is good for them, especially since that Bungie deal kind of hurt them. But yeah, you could even cut signs in a host of multiple directions and sizes. Ponies small. Yeah, they're easily amazed. Ah, you baby, that's how they are. Ghost of Louis, the Game of the Year edition. Oh Lord, it's gonna fail. Mm, it's going to fail. Grass smells nice when cutting, unless your dog's shitting in your garden. Laugh out loud. Pixel, did you know? These are true facts, though. When you cut grass, that smell that you smell in the air is the grass actually screaming for hurt. That means that the grass is crying. So when you go in and cut a grass, same thing with the rose. When you cut a rose, that scent that it leaves out, that it throws out there, is actually to warn the insects to come in there and try to defend it, though. That's what it does. Louis, read my two chats. Everyone that lives in Dominican Republic gets to prison. Why? We don't go to jail here. Jail don't even work that well here. I mean, that's what they say, though. I did read the last two chats of your job. You said Ratchet and Crank, though. Yeah, I give it 18 months before Sony releases Ghost of Joe Play Remastered. I don't think it's gonna. Can you imagine they release a remaster though? No, that's gonna be for the PlayStation 6 though. When they get the PlayStation 6, of course, we're gonna get a Ghost of Joe remaster remake. You know, gonna sell it to you for 60. Yeah, that's what they're gonna do. Hell yeah, let's charge them that 60 instead of leaving it at the price it is or enhancing the graphics for free. No, they're about to sell it to you. No, 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 to get that money off of you. You gotta love Sony. Yeah, Sony does so much good stuff. Speaking of good stuff about Sony, we got another news right here. This is the last Sony bad news that is out there, which I find it pretty crazy. Because they say, Sony's a nice company, and you know how these fanboys are. Always, Sony's the good guy out here. They're always the good guy. They always do everything well. Everything is perfect over there in the world of Sony. And, yada, 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 and all that stuff, But hey, what's going on here? Long Force alleges Sony mismanaging the China Hero project. Uh oh. Shit. This ain't good news though. Uh oh. A China Hero Project studio has accused Sony Interactive Entertainment SIE China division of mismanagement, financial harm. No. And attempting to take control of its game after years of stalled development, according to reporting by Nosy Pixel, which reviewed internal emails, chat logs, and formal complaints shared by the studio. Wow, they're trying to take over. You is blind. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Why you got Jacob, why do you gotta bring Rush Hour 3 in this? You is blind. Yeah, I'm talking to you. You, yes, me. No, you, yes, me. You is blind. No, I ain't blind. Shit. Oh, shit. Oh, Lord, making me laugh like this. Oh man. Law Force, the Chengdu-based studio behind the co-op shooter Valeria, says its partnership with SIE China deteriorated following a leadership change in 2022. According to the studio, communication slowed, publishing support became inconsistent, and key decisions were repeatedly delayed without explanation. The studio claims that by mid 2023, multiple requests for clarity around marketing, server deployment, and launch planning went unanswered. Even after Convalaria passed Sony's internal beta approval in January 2025. Law enforcement says the project effectively froze, no player tests were conducted, no storefront pages were created, and no marketing activity followed. Wow. Law enforcement also alleges that Convalaria was removed from the official China Hero Project promotion, although a producer participated in filming for PlayStation's China 10th anniversary video highlighting participating studios. The final release reported excluded the game. The studio says it was never given an explanation. Wow. Financial pressure intensified in early 2025. Law enforcement claims delayed payments caused monthly losses exceeding 230,000. Wow. And pushed the studio close to collapse by April. That's fucking crazy. Despite this, the team says it's continuing delivering weekly builds and completing a US server test. The studio alleges that Sony later terminated a payment agreement and proposed new cooperation terms it viewed as unreasonable, leading law enforcement to halt collaboration. Total loss are estimated to exceed 1 million. Holy shit. The studio further raises concerns about conflicts of interest within SIA China's production structure. Law enforcement alleges outsourcing work was consistently directed by virtuals without competitive bidding or developer approval. It was also claims it was required to fund an IT security restructuring carried out by a company with ties to former virtuals employees. Work law enforcement says fell outside its contractual obligations. This was reportedly escalated in June 2025 when law enforcement claimed it was told development leadership of Valeria will be transferred to an SIE global team, and that refusal will prevent the game from launching. The studio disputes both the authority and practicality of such a move, describing it as an attempt to seize control of the project. Holy smokes. Damn. They're trying to force this. Wow. Ooh, Sony hadn't innovated since the Walkman. Apple hasn't innovated since Mr. Jobs died. Cops. Oh, damn. Wow. You're not lying, though, Throw. Sony has not brought anything positive game in the last 30-year history. Wow. Law enforcement has persuaded internal resolution for more than a year before speaking publicly as a publishing Sony Interactive Entertainment and the China Hero Project have not responded to requests for comment. What do you think the allegations against Sony by China Hero Project Studio Law Enforcement? Leave your thoughts down below and join the discussion official Insider Gaming Discord server. Holy shit. Wow. Wow. I mean, it's been bad news after bad news after bad news. I mean, we find out why this man leaves from Sony to make his own game because, he wants creative freedom. It seems like, Sony doesn't let him have creative freedom over there. That's what it seems like and sounds like because of what this man is saying. And now we hear that they're trying to take over a project that these guys worked their butt offs in order for them to get the cash in. Ha! Oh, wow. That is amazing to read and insane too. Wow. Wow. No. I can't believe a company will go out this its way and do that. And here's what's funny though. The funny part is when Sony comes out, and talks about this, if they do, the question is if they do come out and talk about this, or they're gonna stay quiet, right? Let me see. When are we getting Sony can't manage their studios articles? I do not know. I do not know. But it seems like they don't know how to manage third party studios because, man, look at that. It's like literally they want to take over. It's like, come here, this is mine. Screw you. You haven't done shit. We're not going to fund you anymore. Creative freedom gave us everyone in the initiative, Perfect Dark Civil War. That's true, though. To be honest with Rachel, that's true. But over there in Xbox though, like for example, the creative freedom to deliver Hi-Fi Rush, to deliver Pentiment, which a lot of people, me especially, that didn't appreciate. I was like, no, that's not my type of game. I gotta give it a try though before I say it's not my type of game though. But I'm like, nah, I don't think I like it as much though. I think I like it as much. So, Chad, let me tell you guys something. Before I continue on, I have to run to the bathroom real quick. Louis has the runs. This is the day that Louis has the runs. I already got my my paper right here. And I got everything, so I gotta run to the bathroom real quick. I have the run. Sorry about this, and I'll be back in just a second. So, okay, chat. Nothing beats Concord. Marathon will. Let me go. Yeah. Oh, be right back, my chat. Oh Lord, can't believe I had to say this live in front of 34 people. But I gotta be honest though. So if you hear any funky noises, just cover your ears. I'll be right back. I'll be back. I gotta run. I gotta run. I gotta run to the back. I gotta run. Oh, happy birthday. lordy, lordy. I'm back, chat. Sorry about that. I'm back. Sorry about that. Like I said, I had the runs today. It's normal to have the runs, for human being. Yeah. It's like, yeah, go, yeah, Ray, yeah, that's true. I had the runs. Good thing 4K in here, because if 4K was here, would have told Silent Cypher. Silent Cypher would have jumped in and be like, Louis has the runs, hashtag. I had the runs. Oh, Lord. So let's read what Chad has to say, though. So let's talk about it. The positive gaming. When are we getting Sony that creative freedom gave us everyone initiative? Nothing beats Concord. Creative freedom just don't work when the studios are under the umbrella of a larger company with unlimited funds. Louis has the case of the Concourse. Yes, I do. Yep. Rare thought they have a recent project for 20 years. They even get Rare thought they could reset the project for 20 years and keep getting paid. So wait, everyone was a 20-year-old project though? The initiative, they had too many random readers off the roof. Better to split them up. Rumors were that the devs were also promised more creative freedom, kind of like the indie studio. Hmm. What happened to the Sony dev boss? He quit. No, he was out there for 20 years, and so he decided, to take off and leave. Take a because he was there for 28 years though. So he wants to explore new things, new areas in tech and everything, and also spend time with his family. That means he was probably being crunched a lot. But we will find out the truth on why he left, though. You know, later on down the road. Yes. Yeah, the initiative had a bunch of guys going rogue and making their own game rather than working on with Gallagher and instructing them to 100%. That's what I said though. When you have too many heads, though, it's crazy. Can't wait for Planet of Louis 2. Oh, nice. Good, 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 good. Yes. Louis is walking funny. Yes, of course. I'm walking around. You shaped like an N64 cartridge. I thought, wait, what? I look like an N64 cartridge? Oh, damn. Who buying GTA 6 day one? Only you, Big B Money, is buying it day one, especially what you're doing, because, we all know your tricks. You said that you're going to save up Microsoft money to go ahead and get it. Yep. That's what you said on here. You're going to save that $100 from there to go ahead and buy it. Use them reward points. Louis walking like he got out of jail. What? What do you mean walking like I got out of jail? You see, I can't even be honest with my chat. I just should have run in the bathroom and that's it. Y'all wouldn't noticed it. I know it's all love. I know you guys are messing with me. I know it's okay. I always sit here and laugh every time you know the come with stuff. He got hit. The MS points is gone. Oh yeah, he got hacked. Yeah. Big Money got hacked because he changed his name like 100 times. That's just said all you gotta do is make your gamer tag. I got a girlfriend. We all know it's BB Money. I always told him that, but he doesn't listen. Though he wanted to be Big King Xbox, King BB Money. Pip Daddy, Pip Daddy Money. I don't know what the hell what kind of name is gonna be putting on there though. I can't wait for GTA 6. Everybody, you cannot wait for it. That's all you talk about. And I can't. And when the day comes by that the game comes out. Oh Lord, I don't know what we're gonna do. You're gonna spam this chat with everything. Hmm. You hear the PS5 melting PS5 is real? Yeah, I heard the melting PS5 is real. Yeah, I heard that too. Remember when they used to argue with us and tell us that that's not true, that this will never happen, that liquid metal will not spill, while everybody that works on PC or builds PCs were saying, it's a risk. They said it 100,000 times as a risk. They're not confirming it will happen though, but it's still a risk though. And the PC guys go out to tell you it's a risk. People who have been sitting there in channels building PCs in front of you, assembling and all that stuff, they've been telling you it's a risk. Y'all went ahead and defended it because you guys said that the PC guys weren't right. But at the end of the day, it kind of sucks that 5 years later they were right, and that's the thing you guys don't understand. PS5 Pro is melting. Oh boy, laugh out loud. There has not been a PS5 Pro yet, but the regular PS5s have been causing issues with that. Yep, they've been causing issues with that. But hey, we'll probably see it one day. We can never say never. That's what I tell always my chat. Never say never. Things can happen one day. That's how it is, chat. That's how it is. But yeah, chat, incredible that we had to read that these guys, Sony, was trying to take over that China Hero project. Wow. That's insane. Like, nope. We don't care. We want this for ourselves. Period. We're gonna take over it. Damn. Kind of sad to see. Kind of sad to read that these devs, working on this game so hard. Yet Sony skipped out on the budget. They didn't give them money, jack shit. In order for them to say no, we're taking over this. Because I mean, if you don't like the project, why did you say I'm not going to fund you anymore? We don't like it. Screw you. I'm out. You do that. Cool. Like they did with what's it called, with the Cold Tar game, right? They ditched Cold Tar, Knights of the Old Republic. We saw that happen, right? They ditched it because it pretty much did not like what they were seeing. So it's okay for them to do that. But now you're like, okay, we're ditching you, but at the end of the day, hey, we want to take over it. Give it to us. Wow, that's crazy. Really, Gogo Pole, send me that news. Send me that. Send me that news because if that's true, though, oh Lord, if that's true though, it ain't gonna be pretty for them. No, it's not. Nope. No, 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 no. Mm-mm. We also got some more news to talk about tomorrow, which I'm super happy to talk about tomorrow. And speaking of which, guys, I'm gonna talk about this quick news too. Terminator Stars that delay indefinitely drop co-op multi. Oh Lord, they dropped the co-op multiplayer. Ah shit. No, 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 no. They cannot drop that co-op multi. I was actually looking forward for that Terminator Survivors game. Now I'm depressed though. Oh no. Crazy Louis, what you most game of the next year and everybody? What most game for next year? What do you mean by what most game? Okay, you need to sit there and retype that. Louis, this summer my laptop charger broke, so I used my phone to chat and Xbox to watch live, but now I just got a new charger. Nice, nice. I hope you got it for real cheap though, Jacob. Because that's the thing I don't hate about those computers, right? I have a MacBook, right? And once that charger breaks, the charger costs like $200. I'm like, what the hell? Shit. Mm. Sony could not manipulate the Western and Japanese titles anymore, so they target development teams in the industry. Oh, that's why. Oh, wow. Long-term PS5 concerns growth time. Mm. I think I already read that. This when was it? When did we do a show about that, chat? We did a show about that a couple days ago. Let me see. Long-term PS5. Hold on. I think we did read that title. Let me see, Google Poco. Give me a second though. Let me see. Long-term reliability concerns. Okay, long-term. Let me see. If it's a WFCC tech, yeah, it was like 6 days ago. Yeah, it was like 6 days ago. Long-term reliability concerns grow as liquid metal. Yeah, we read something similar to that. I think it was WFCC Tech that came up with that one, with that article though. They came out, did the article, and told us about it. And I think I did read it 6 days ago, and it's right here. Let me see if I can find the episode. But yeah, we did it last week though. We did it last week. Talked about it last week. Most anticipated game for me next year? Wow. Here's the thing though, right? I mean, look, I know he's happy. He wants it to be GTA 6, right? But the thing is, if it was a Red Dead Redemption 3, I would have been nuts. Because I really do love Red Dead. I have a really special love for Red Dead. It's insane. I really do love it. I really have a lot of fun playing Red Dead. I even like to play Red Dead more then yeah, it's old news. Yeah, we covered it 6 days ago. But it's okay. I mean, if you found it now, go for it, read it. I mean, that's cool. But yeah, it's recent. Really? Nah, it's old though. Here, I'll show you the episode right here. Let me go pick it up. Let me see if I can grab the thumbnail so I can show it to you. Let me go to XBI podcast. 1 second. But yeah, I have a really I have a lot of love for Red Dead. If it was Red Dead Redemption, I would have been more excited. Of course, I'm excited for GTA. I can't wait to play it. Of course, GTA. Yeah, it's cool. But at the end of the day, though, but what game could I be more excited for, though? What could I be more excited for? That's a good question, though. Because look. There are so many games I'm happy about. I'm so excited for. Like for example, Halloween. I'm super excited to play. Uh, which one else am I excited to play though? Yeah, 6 days ago I talked about it. It was called PlayStation 5 has a big liquid metal problem. Uh, we talked about it 6 days ago, sir. And big changes are coming to Call of Duty. That was a six. Yeah, same thing I look for in Google when you told me about the title Google poll. Grok is bad with time. Yeah. Fable? Yeah, Fable's cool. Marathon? Man, who in the blue house decided for Marathon? I mean, whoever tells me they decided for Marathon, I'll be like, what the hell? Because I'll be honest with you, I don't know. Look, I gotta play the game before I judge it. To be honest, but what I saw, I did not like what I saw though. Personally, did not like what I saw. But before I judge, I gotta play it. But whoever tells me to decide, I'll be like, huh? Okay, cool. I mean, if they're excited, we're like, okay. Yeah, Red Dead for me is it's got a real special place in my heart though. But for GTA 6 though, of course, who isn't excited? It's coming. I hope it's got a better story than 5 because the thing is in 5, the story is good. 4 the story was good, but it's not like I want to go through replay the story of 5 or replay the story of 4 or replay the story of 3. That's the thing though. It never like gave me that replay thing. All I did after I finished the story in GTA, I started to do the glitches, right? Like for example, the tank, turn the barrel backwards and shoot to fly, all that stuff. That's what I did in GTA. Or go by and honk the horn and be like, yeah, hey, hey, like beep beep, hey, hey, yeah, yeah. Hmm. But yeah, there's so many games to be excited for that next year besides GTA, of course. It's an exciting game, but yeah, cool. There's Clockwork Evolution. I mean, I hope we get to hear more about it. Um, but yeah, there's Halloween. Was excited for the Terminator game. Replaced. I'm super excited for Replaced. Replaced looks like it's gonna be a really fun game. Also, what I'm mostly excited for, we're getting a Dave the Diver DLC. I love Dave the Diver. I'm addicted to Dave the Diver. I'm more excited for Dave the Diver than I am for GTA 6, big money. No joke. I ain't kidding you. I love Dave the Diver. Simple indie game. I'm more excited for that GTA 6. Can you believe that? Watch people when they're like, no, Louis, no. There's also Gears of War. New Gears of War that's leaving the whole other Gears of War away. Thank you. What else is out there? We got the Gears of War. We have the new Halo that's coming up. Halo. Cool. What else? I got all. I did too. I finished all the DLC for Dave the Diver 2. Such a good game. Loved it. Dave the Diver such a. I'm more excited for that DLC than anything else. Like Dave the Diver's number one on the top of my list right now. No joke. Oh Lord! And I finally got the restaurant to 5 stars, which I'm happy, and I just can't wait to keep on cooking. I gotta. What I have to do? I had to really like my plan is to get like 200 fish tops and have the dishes maxed out. I'm really looking forward to that. Also like grow some things. Yeah, I'm just gonna have fun. I'm just gonna start farming now and fish and fish and fish and fish. Such a great game. I love it. I love it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Terminator getting delayed really depresses me because I was actually looking forward to that Terminator Survivors. It looked like it was going to be a really fun game, but that's not good news. When you see delays being indefinitely, that means the game could be canceled down the road, which actually really depresses me. Just yeah, Buck Rogers died. Dang, that's sad. R.I.P. to Buck Rogers, man. Damn. Yeah. GTA 6 is going to be the biggest game in the world in history, believe it or not, gamers. Big money. In order for that to happen, though, GTA's got to beat Tetris. Tetris is and still is to this day the biggest game in the world. Hey, what's up, Litho Mahia? 2928, how you doing? What's up? Top of the morning, Louis. I haven't heard anything about State of Decay 3. I haven't either, though. Last thing we saw was a trailer of Eden though, but I think that's cooking too. Louis R. Tylon, NCSU, and Christopher Nolan's new film, The Berserk Man. Wait, what do you mean Berserk Man? Jacob, no, why would you want to put me in the world of Berserk though? I mean, I don't want to live in the world of Berserk. The world of Berserk is no, I don't want to be there, Jacob. You know what the Berserk is? I don't know if you've seen the anime Berserk. No, no, I don't want to be in that world. Shit, that's a lot of demons to fight on, and even though he's a badass, though he loses his arm, and he loses an eye too. No, 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 no. Highest selling game in the world is Minecraft. Highest selling IP is Tetris. Yep, they got a long ways to go. GTA got a long ways to go. Big money for you to say it's the biggest game in the history. No. Mm-mm. It could be in gigabytes, one of the biggest games. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be Call of Duty because Call of Duty, man, Call of Duty takes a lot of space in your box, though. Shit. That thing takes more space than. I mean, fuck. I don't know why that thing takes so much space, though. Damn. No, but no news of State of Decay, though. I think State of Decay is in a good place. I think. Look, I'm saying I think. I'm right now saying something that I think is in a good place. And pretty soon we're gonna hear stuff on it. I hope it doesn't shut down though, of course, because if it does, I'll be like, yeah. Because the thing about State of Decay though, I mean those DLCs they've been pouring out in State of Decay 2 have been doing so well. I don't think they will shut it down. It's been a really big world in that game, and people are enjoying it. COD is 200 gigabytes on PC. Laugh out loud. Jesus Christ, no, 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 no. That's too much. Holy smokes, 200 gigabytes for a damn game. Holy shit. But no, baby man. I mean, I know you're excited for GTA, but in order for GTA to be at the top, though, it's gonna take a while. Louis, I want you to test play Lena Khan and my Xbox ABK versus FTC. That would be an incredible game. Can you imagine? Do a game. Can you guys imagine a game that was about Lena Khan versus Xbox and ABKD? Can't imagine that. Evil Khan trying to take over the whole Xbox thing. That's good. Imagine that. And the funny part is it will sell probably. All of us will be like, come here, Lena Khan, we're going to defeat you. She'll make an big evil boss, though. um, Yeah, that's a lot though. It's top five in the world. Yeah, big money. But even though it's top five in the world, that's not it. You got to defeat the king of gaming. That is Tetris. Tetris is the king. Out of all the games in the world, Tetris is king. It's hard to defeat Tetris, and Tetris was all putting blocks. That's it. That thing sold like crazy. Tetris sold. Woo! Let me see. Let's go look for this. Top video game sold ever. List of the best-selling video games. Yep, there you go. Let's see now. Number one. Wait. Sells in millions. Wait, Minecraft is number one? Something's wrong here, though. I think Wikipedia got this numbers wrong. Let me go check, though. Did it actually beat that? No, Tetris was at 500 million, though. Oh, okay, yeah. Okay, I see now. All right, all right, all right. So Minecraft is 300 million, top selling games so many figure sales, right? Grand Theft Auto is 200 plus million, but Tetris Virus versus is sitting at 520 million. So yeah, not even Minecraft has been Tetris though. Not even Minecraft though. But Minecraft is a super popular video game though, of course, and it's gonna keep on growing. But Tetris though has 520 million sales in total. It's gonna be a tough one to beat. Mario Kart Deluxe sale is 45.5. Where's PUBG though? I thought PUBG was in the list though. Hmm. Yeah, Tetris has a massive lifetime sales due to a liquidity across platforms, especially mobile. So, like I said though, baby money is gonna take them a while to defeat them though. It's gonna take them a while to defeat them. My year in review of true achievements. Why? And Chad, again, Mike Johnson. Oh, Dr. Pony. What's up? What's up? My year, well, it's gonna say I didn't finish. This is gonna finish zero games, but I don't know how much it. Let me go check that out. Before I check out true achievements, I gotta go again, chat. Be right back. Oh Lord, don't laugh at me, chat. Be patient with me. Wait for it. Wait for it, chat. Gotta run again. Oh Lord. Woo-wee. Ah. Woo-wee. Lord, Chad, I'm sorry. This is killing me, Chad. This is killing me. This is killing me. Oh, wait, what? What do you hear that? Are you serious? Is that? No, it did not. No. No, no, no. Wait, what? No, you guys cannot be kidding me. You got they actually come out through? Oh shit. Oh no. Sorry about that, chat. I did not know that was heard in the chat. Oh Lord, you guys can oh shit. Oh shit, I'm embarrassed now. No way, I'm embarrassed. You kidding, right? Seriously? You guys heard that? I locked the damn door. Oh shoot, my bad, chat. No way. Someone call Louis a doctor. Yeah, you guys gotta call me a doctor today. Sorry about that, chat. Oh my god, did I actually I gotta cut that out then. Oh shoot. I thought I muted the microphone too before I left. Oh Lord, now I'm embarrassed though. Damn, that can't be true though. Ah crap. No, that sound did not come in. No, it didn't. I mean, I'm not even gonna check that out. No. Game Pass going to be, let me see. Man, this has gotta be the well, I'm actually feeling better though. Whew. I'm actually feeling better now. Yep, now I'm starting to feel better. Thank God. You not lying? Oh shoot, you gotta be kidding. No, this is cannot be true. The microphone pick up on that stuff. No way. I'm embarrassed though, Chad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Chad. I'm sorry. I think Louis changed his clothes. No, I did not. I thought I muted the microphone though. Damn it. No, this cannot be true. This cannot be true though. Oh no. Oh shoot. Oh Lord, that thing even dropped the chatter. Oh no, my chat even dropped now. No. Dear God, chat, I'm so sorry this happened though. Sorry about that, chat. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Sorry about that. Let me go see if I can hear this though. This cannot be real though. No, that was not heard. No. This is gonna finish the games, but I don't know how much it. Let me go check that out before I check that out. I gotta go get Jack. Be right back. Oh Lord. Don't laugh at me, Jack. Be patient with me. Wait for it. Wait for it, Jack. This cannot be real. I'm actually. No, there was not sound coming in. Oh shit. God damn. I can't believe this actually happened. Damn you, microphone. You picked up on that though. Holy shit. Oh shit. I'm embarrassed, shit. I'm embarrassed. It's true though. Oh my god, I'm embarrassed. Sorry about that, chat. That will never actually happen again. Next time I will make sure I'm muted before I go to the bathroom again. Holy smokes, I'm so sorry. I'm so embarrassed. Oh shit. No worries. I'll go in and edit that out. Sorry about that, chat. I'll go in and edit that out. I'm so sorry, chat. I'm sorry. God damn, I'm so sorry, Chad. I'm sorry, sorry, sorry. My bad, my bad, my bad. Oh Lord. Damn. I thought I muted this whole thing. Damn. Ah, now I'm mad at myself. Okay, so that was 6 minutes ago. And this Louis began. Let me see now. Oh shit. Okay, bring it back in. 2026 is almost here in you crazy. 2026 almost here. We in you. What do you mean you in me? What? 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 And this began Louis' Kangaroo career. What? No, never. Never, ever, 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 ever. Oh my God, I'm embarrassed, Chad. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I will edit that out later on in the episode. Oh my God, I moved the microphone. Ah! So, yeah, pause. What do you mean, baby money in me? No way. So, let's keep on moving forward, Chad. Like I said, though, let's keep on going. I had to edit that stuff out later on today, and I edited that piece of the episode out. So it was 6 minutes ago. I gotta check. It's an hour. We started the show 10:05. Okay, let me see the timer right now, so I can edit that stuff out. Let me see. 1:20. Okay, 6 minutes ago will be 1:14. Okay, got it. Got it. All right. Please screenshot my year in review. All right, Jacob, let's go in. Let's go look at the true achievements. I wonder how I did though, because the thing was, for true achievements, it said I did not finish any games. Though I was like, what do you mean I didn't finish any games? I finished Doom: The Dark Ages. I finished what's it called? Assassin's Creed Shadows. I finished this year. Stalker 2. Was it Stalker 2? Did Stalker 2 come out last year? Hold on a second. Yeah, it did come out last year, wasn't it? Stalker 2 came out last year. Indiana Jones, I did finish 2. That was another game I finished. Yeah, I finished Stalker 2 in January. Then Indiana Jones. Ace Combat 7. Went back to it and finished it. Assassin's Creed Shadows. South of Midnight, that's 5. Doom: The Dark Ages, that's 6. What else did I play though? Doom: The Dark Ages, that's it. Let me see. What else did I play though? What else came after that though? What did I play after Doom: The Dark Ages? I think I jumped into Clair Obscur's Expedition 33, and then I took a break from single players, right? Which I'm at the end though. I got to finish it up. That game I got to finish. And what else did I finish? Terminator 2D game, Dave the Diver. That's 8 games this year. I finished. What else did I finish? I don't know. I really did like I really sat kind of like took away from playing single player games. I went away from it. Mm, yeah. So let me see. Yeah, that's about it. So yeah, let's go do the true achievement. Jacob, can you send me the link to the true achievements thing so I wait. I don't have to look for it to check out what is my year in what's it called? Let me see. True achievements. Trueachievements.com. No. Hold on a second. All right. So let's see. How do I see the end of the year thing, chat? Real quick. Upcoming games. Let me see. How do I find it though, Jacob? You gotta send it to me so I can find it. Because I did do it, and it said how many games I did finish though. But I'll get you, Jacob. No worries. Here I go. I'm getting you right now. Let me see though. Where is Jacob Nowick? So yours was you only put you have highlights 559 achievements. Gamer score was 22,141. Here, let me share this to the share screen real quick, so that way everyone can see it. Hold up a second. 1 second, chat. I'm trying to bring this over. But yeah, but how do you do it though? Because I know I picked it up from my email, and I did it via email though, but I don't remember. So this was Jacob's Novik's gamer score here for his 2025 highlights, which was 559 trophies. Trophies and achievements though. You played 105 games, 22,141, and diamonds you got 98. Nice. And on the scrolls of Oblivion, you put 22 hours into it, 23% of what is it? Oh Lord, I gotta read it over here. Of completion. All right, nice, Jacob. You did a good job there though. Interesting. I want to know how you open mine though. Like, how do I find mine, chat? Because I gotta really find it. How do I show my true achievements to see how many games I played this year? But finishing though, like finish campaigns and everything, I really didn't do much of campaigns because like my head blew up, and I think it was because I played so much. What you calling moron, man? What's up with you? There you go. Thank you for that. Login with Xbox Live. Uh oh. Hold on a second. We have an issue here. Give me 1 second. I don't think true achievements counts a game as finished if you get 100% of them, but not positive though. Okay, okay, thank you for that, Will. Because yeah, it said when I did it, it said it was zero, and I was like, why does it say it's zero when um I did complete games this year? Because I was like, wait, didn't I complete games? I kind of got lost there for a moment, and I said, yeah, I did complete games though this year. Let me see now. This is gonna let me sign in because this is an issue. All right, there we go. Yeah, yeah, you update your terms. Looks good. Okay, perfect. Let me see now. Uh, Hold on a second, chat. I'm just trying to get in here. I'm signing with Xbox. What are you talking about? No. All right, let's go. Let's see now. I have 210,000 gamer score. How is that possible though? So 1 second, chat. Let's see now. All right, let me just shift the focus here. Let me show it to you guys. So this is from my true achievements. I only got 10,000 in true achievements, which is pretty much nothing. It says here 10,000, I don't know. January 1,035, May 520, 145, June. So June I did pretty well. How many games did you play? 55 games only? Wow. I reduced that. Well, actually, I'm between 60 and 70 though. What was your Helldivers 2? Oh, that's true. I did play a lot of Helldivers 2, 163 hours. Yes, I did. That is so true. My year on achievements, when achievements alone, 479. The rarest achievement was I believe I can glide. I did not know I got that achievement, but okay. How many games did you complete? Zero, of course, because I did not get 100% of them, but okay. Highest scoring games, Doom, Helldivers 2, Dave the Diver. What were your DLC stats? 90 is true achievements, 10,000 gamer score, 57 achievements, 20% completion. Mario, how many different games did you play? 32 genres played. Nice. All right. 7, 7, and 14. First person shooter, third person shooter, collection games. Nice. Mario on Xbox, did you unlock 123 achievements? Days active. Your longest streak was 7 days. Oh, my longest streak was 7 days. Okay. You do compare the average true achievements to true achievement, 16,000. Okay. Games played 55 versus 20. So yeah, those are my highlights. 479, 55 games, 163 hours played for Helldivers 2. So yeah, they really did put a lot of time in Helldivers 2 this year. Yep. Oh, that was another one I completed, Helldivers 2. That pretty much I think I unlocked everything on the ship though. Yeah, I think I did though. But yeah, that was my achievements right here, chat. That was it. I completed 3 games, meaning I got all the 3 gamer score finish are different. Okay, okay, I see now what you guys mean. But like I said, though, when I checked the true achievement thing, I was like, wait a minute, I didn't complete any games. I did complete games though. So yeah, I'm waiting for the Xbox Game of the Year one. And weird that they did not even add Terminator 2D onto because that was a game I played these past few days, and I got a couple achievements on it too. But yeah. Let me see. So Dave the Diver was my third game though. 51 hours into Dave the Diver and already finished in 51 hours though? Hmm. 479. I believe I can glide. Only 0.50% of gamers got this. Okay. How many games did you complete? Zero. Thank you. Highest scoring games, like I said, Dave the Diver. But yeah, but I'm not a big achievement hunter, so yeah, that's why I wouldn't use true achievements as my base though. So I can't wait for the game of the year thing from Xbox. Yes, sir. Louis, your escape route British URB I watched with Silent Suffer less than me in TE 2025 Xbox year in review. Really? Don't be sad, Louis. I think I only got around 3K gamer score. I think the stats are off for this. Yubei said, I got 1,000 achievements in South of Midnight, Doom, and E33 back to back. So, Chad, today's the perfect day for me to ask you, what was your Gotti this year? Because since I played 111 games and have probably been in 30. Yeah, because that's the thing, though. Like, the thing about these games, though, when you sit down and you play these story games and you sit down and you play all this stuff that's happening out there, right? When you sit down and play all these story games, they take a lot, and I do mean a lot of time. Stalker 2, from when came out in November, I started playing it. I carried it on to January because December is usually my most difficult time to play games. Because look, last week alone, I had my birthday. I had Mrs. birthday. I had Mrs. Nephew's birthday, and that was Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. So I didn't game a lot. I didn't game a lot last week. On Sunday, I woke up. I said, let me play some T2. I finished T2, which, like I said, I really recommend T2, which was really good. The Terminator 2D game is actually really good, but for the price it is, I say wait for it to lower a little bit more. But yeah, it's a fun game though, which I will give you guys my final review soon about it. So yeah, that's how I play. I played T2 when I went back to Dave the Diver. That's the only two games I've been playing. T2 and Dave the Diver. T2 and Dave the Diver. I had to finish Expedition 33, which I really hope I finish it by the time I leave for the States, right? Because I'm leaving on the 24th. So I hope I finish it before I go. But yeah, all these story games really time consume me. And I got to a point where I was like, man, I'm tired of these story games. I need to play a little bit multiplayer. And I decided to just leave. I decided to leave the big games, and that's it. Stalker 2 was my god in 24. Really? It was for me too. Stalker 2 really was an amazing game last year. It was actually one of the best games I played in this generation. One of the best games too. Nice. I need to finish those games. Don't be sad, Lou. Okay, everything I played was in Game Pass, so the average is about 2.5 a month on Game Pass. Nice. I played 111 games. I've probably been 30. Um, my rarest achievement to was to beat the Outer Worlds 2 without buying anyone. Wow, really? Yours was in COD. Weird, huh? My rarest achievement was I believe I can glide. I don't know how people did not get that achievement though. Because when you Call of Duty 7, you glide everywhere. I don't know how no one got that achievement, but it was only 0.50%. Okay. Mine is Doom and South of Midnight. Nice. My god, it was a tie between South of Midnight and Doom. Loved them both. All right. Let's get our cutscenes. Avowed is my god, really. E33 was good, but not even my top 10 RPGs of all time. Wow. Wow. I played it again. There was a huge update to Soccer 2, especially on PC. I gotta go through that again. Because Louis challenge get 100,000 gamer score before my year in review 2026. Not going to happen, Jacob, because I'm not an achievement hunter. No, no, Jacob, no, no, no. The thing is, Jacob, if you're gonna go for achievement hunting, right, you're gonna have to ignore all these games. And imagine that. Like I sat here and I told you, look how many games I finished this year. I finished Stalker 2. It took me 2 months to finish, 2.5 months to finish. Indiana Jones took me a month. Ace Combat 7 took me a week. Um, what else? Assassin's Creed Shadow took me a month and a half to finish Assassin's Creed Shadow. What was the other one? Assassin's Creed Shadow. South of Midnight took me about a week. Doom took me about a month to finish. Doom the Dark Ages took me like about a month or something like that to finish. So, like I said, just one game takes all this time away. I cannot do that 100,000 gamer score. I can't. Because then I want to have to ignore the rest of the games that come out there, and I can't do that. Because for me, I'm not that achievement guy. I try to do it once in my life, and I was like, this is not for me. Like, for example, rare achievement, throw the guy off a cliff. How is that going to follow my gameplay, though? You beat Sonic, you need Cosmic Invasion. Oh, yeah, thank you for that, Unico Culture. Cosmic Invasion was another indie game I finished. Thank you for that. Yeah, you're right. I also beat another game that I bought. It was called. It was a beat 'em up too. I beat several beat 'em ups. The Karate Kid was another beat 'em up I beat. Yeah, I finished like 12 or 15 games this year, to be honest. Big games were like 6 to 7, I think. Big games and smaller games were the same, 7 to 8, something like that. Hey, Jay Reezy, good morning. And shout out to the 36 people in the chat. Please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. And also hit that bell. Avowed took me 130 hours. Where is Dolomite? Dolomite has not even finished Avowed, I think. And Dolomite really put a lot of work into that game too. I don't know how many hours he has in there in Avowed though, but he really put a lot of work into it. Dolomite did. So there's a chance to get Hogwarts Legacy on Epic and rumors we are getting RDR2 free. Oh, really? Oh, Rachie, don't tell me that, Rachie. I will get it if it comes for free. I'm gonna go in and get a Hogwarts Legacy today. I gotta go get it. Yeah, if it's for free, I gotta go get it just to have it on PC. That'll be a nice thing to have on PC. Oh wait, isn't Hogwarts Legacy? Yeah, Hogwarts Legacy Play Anywhere title. So my biggest achievement months was February 10,000, 11,000, October 8,000, 9,000. Nice, nice. That's good, Jacob. But like I said, I cannot go achievement hunting. I have so much to play, especially next year. I mean, next year's gonna be pumped. I had 2 more cities to finish about. How many hours did you put in it, Dolomite? See, I know Dolomite was actually putting a lot of work in about though. He really loved it. Um, you did not. For me, about I felt the same thing, Jacob. When I started playing, I was like, yeah, it's not my type of game though, right? I didn't like misjudge or anything. It was just not my type of game though. But sorry, but free beats and play anywhere. No, but the thing is though, Rachie, if I already have because I bought Hogwarts Legacy though, so if I bought it and I have it for play anywhere though, then that means let me go check though. I'm just gonna check. Where's my Xbox right here? If I have it, then I'm not gonna go ahead and download it because I already have it with play anywhere, so I don't have to download it. I don't have to download it. You know what? I should download it just to have it on the Epic Store. Yeah, you're right. Let me go see though. Búsqueda para juegos completos y mucho más. Why is this in Spanish? Let me see. Because yeah, I do own this though. Yeah, it's play anywhere, so I do have it already. So yeah, I'm just gonna download it though. But yeah, I remember I bought it and I played that game, the heck out of that game last year. It was one of the best games I played last year too. It was a really good game, really amazing game. And I was sad it did not even go to the Game Awards. It should have been there. But it is what it is. Breaking news, Sean. Okay, so sorry, but free beats. But about 2Ts. Howard's on PC is now best version. It wasn't on release. I believe the GTA 6 is make. Big Money was GTA 6 stuff. Big Money, can you one day not talk about GTA 6? I got a challenge from Big Money for one show, not talk about GTA 6. Is that possible? Why so serious? Can we make that happen? I have a challenge to one who dares. A 1 million gamer score. You can actually do that though, Jacob. You can actually make a 1 million gamer score in a year. You probably can make it. What you gotta do is you gotta sit there pretty much for like a month and just play a lot. And I do mean a lot of those games that are like those indie games that you can beat them like in an hour or so, and you can get there to 1 million. But you gotta sit there and play. I didn't finish OW2. I have 40 hours. It's a good OW2 Auto Rules too. Okay, I have about 40 hours in. Really, if they make about two, they better step up their management. Really. Man, my father's calling me. Hold up a second, chat and pick up the phone. ¿Qué hubo, papi? Todo. Sí, ¿qué tú necesitas? Sí, está subiendo, está subiendo. Mándamelo por escrito para yo escribírselo a esta señora para que te llame. ¿Aló? ¿Aló? All right. Well, 100,000 is a month. MOH is possible though. I mean, if you do put like a lot of work in those like small games that you can be like in an hour and 30 minutes, you can probably get it though. Have touched Ninja Gaiden or Outer Worlds 2 yet? Too many games, it's overwhelming. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, I haven't even played. Speaking of that, I haven't even played Ninja Gaiden. I forgot about that one though. Holy smokes! I totally forgot about Ninja Gaiden. Wow. Because that's the thing, though. There's so many games, and because that's what I said, though, Chad. Look, I took a big break from these big games. These big games for Lou was a hassle. Playing these big games was really, really, really driving me nuts. It was just driving me nuts, Chad. It was driving me nuts. Like I couldn't sit there and just continue and continue and continue to play these big games because I was like, man, I've just been playing big games, big games, big games. Let me go in and play something quick. Let me take a break though from beating all these big games because that's the thing though. These games for me, it's a month of gameplay alone, just 1 month of gameplay. I didn't even play this Death Stranding 2, and I was actually looking forward to that because my head was like, should I play it? Should I not? Should I buy it? Should I do it? No, I was like, break. No more long games. Play smaller games for all. Play multiplayer games. That's why I have a lot of hours in Helldivers too. Because my head was like, I need something simple. Just go and shoot, do an objective, and that's it. That was all I had in my yeah. Oh, Call of Duty is another game I finished too. Yeah, that was like the last probably big game I finished. Call of Duty, yeah. Uh, Where two COD? Yeah, really? Wow. Right, I'm glad Game Pass is getting more than what it. Oh, Anemo really caught my interest. Really, it did. Some good maps. Hot touch ninja game. In other words, too. Yeah, too many games. Yep, that's how it is. Too many games. Too many games. Yeah, but Call of Duty, I finished it with Big B Money in one day. Even though Big B Money didn't do shit because he was in his I got a girlfriend thing, and he left the game and just left me, Steven, and Olivo there, just hanging there, while Baby Money was, doing stuff, with his I got a girlfriend session. I said, Baby Money, where are you? Baby Money, Baby Money. Chat, I don't know what the hell Baby Money was doing. Seriously, I don't know what he was doing though. I don't know what he was doing though. Game Pass is amazing, but also a prison. I now own 26 Seal games. It will go to the when my Game Pass ends in 8 months. Really? We got none with that game, Crazy Louie. No, 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 no. Correct yourself. That's not true. You didn't do shit. We finished the game though. I put 2 days, 22 hours, and 55 minutes in about so far. So 2 days, that's 2 days in about 24, 24, that's 48. Plus 22, that makes it 48, 22, that makes it 70 hours and 55. Yo, wow, you have 70 hours in that game. Damn. 70 hours and 55 minutes. Wow. Yeah, Game Pass is a big issue though. But it's the fun thing is though, Rachel, it's such a fun prison. Like you say it though, it's such a fun prison because man, you got all these games to play. And no matter what, it just keeps on pumping. It keeps on delivering, it keeps on pumping, it keeps on delivering, it keeps on pumping, it keeps on delivering, pump, delivering, pump. It's crazy. It's crazy how Game Pass does. And all of a sudden, like for example, because this is what's the funny thing, you're like, man, I'm about to buy a game in the store. Let me go ahead and buy this on discount. And all of a sudden, 2 days later, it's already on Game Pass. Like, what? It's beautiful. Raichi, just play what you want regardless. I haven't touched Game Pass this week much. Yep. I said, who does it? Game Pass just keeps on delivering. And what I love about Game Pass is they deliver all these great indie games that are so much fun. That Ball Like Spit game is addicting as hell. Ball Like Spit. Crime Scene Simulator. That's another one I finished. Crime Scene Simulator. Wow. I've beaten a lot of games this year thinking about it. I think I'm up to 20 almost. I gotta make the list. Let's make the list, chat. All right, let's go. Let me make that list real quick. I tried to collect all them totems and it's taking me longer. Are you talking about the totems in Indiana Jones or something? Or for oh, okay. I'm back into D4 with new season. D4, D4, D4. Which is D4? Oh, Diablo 4. Okay, okay. Diablo 4. Nice. I can't wait for Game Pass next year. Hurling was my indie of the year, really. Wow. Well, my game of the year this year. Hmm. What was my game of the year this year? God damn. Hmm. I need to finish Clear Obscure though, but yeah, I'll be honest with you. Nah, Clear Obscure though. Because Stalker 2, it was a last year game. That was my last year game of the year. This year, I know Doom the Dark Ages is out there, but for me, since, my gosh, since they took away those gory kills, I was pretty mad. I was like, man, we need more gory kills in this game instead of me just punching and hitting. Or I had to jump in order to get the cool gory kills when he goes with the shield and slashes them in half and stuff like that. Yeah, I was sad that didn't happen though. Hmm. The only answer is Clara Skirt, Louis. Yeah, it's a tough one though. It's a tough one. Yeah, I know. I'm at the final part. I'm just been like Cocho. I don't know why, but every time I go in and say I gotta finish it, I turn it on and I go in. I start parrying, attacking, doing what I gotta do. And then like all of a sudden I'm like, I'm tired. Like after like I play for like 30 minutes, like I'm tired. Like it's my head that's saying break, play something else. And I know I'm at the final part. I'm at the final part of the game. I already gotta finish it. But it's a really good game when it comes to story. Yeah, I mean I'll be honest with you, this year it was Claire Scared, yeah. A lot of people seem to have less in the year review than me. Well, Jacob, you're an achievement hunter, though. If I was an achievement hunter, I probably could have more, but I'm not, I'm a French speaker. Obscure did resonate with me. South of Midnight is my favorite game of the year. That was a good one, too. I mean, I'm looking at like South of Midnight versus Claire Obscure. Like, both of those games were really good this year. Because South of Midnight, though, like, look, even though the gameplay, like I said, if it would have had more enemies, it would have been better, right? That's one of the things I said about the game. But the sound, the music, the story, everything was on the dot. They really did an amazing job with that game. No doubt. They really did an amazing job with that game. It's one of those games where you sit there like, wow, this is actually a good masterpiece. You know? The music, the sound, everything that goes, behind that game is amazing. Surprised Doom wasn't Louis got no. It's just it didn't like look. I love Doom the Dark Ages. I love Doom 100%. Like I said, even the beginning I was like, yeah, it's gonna be my Gotti. But when I played the game and I saw that it did not have my gory kills, I said I even give it a 9.5 out of 10 because it did not have the gory kills. It didn't. I was like, why is there any gory kills in this damn game? I was so mad with that. Ugh. Because I was really hoping, like like more shield gory kills, like the shield, he throws it, stick it to the guy's head, he goes in, or into the neck, and he rips the guy's neck off, pick up the shield again, something like that, something cool. Only grab for 7 minutes. 10 minutes. Hold on a second. Dímelo. Ah, bueno. Pero tú quieres llamarla, era. Sí, pues entonces escríbeme a mí por WhatsApp lo que tú quieres que se compre y yo le mando el email ahora. Sí, yo sé. Por eso te estoy diciendo, escríbemelo por WhatsApp, que yo escribo eso mismo en el mismo email y ellos te van a llamar. Ok, bye bye, bye bye. All right, sorry about that. Molly grab for 7 minutes of repetitiveness. Other than that, beautiful game. Yeah, like I said, if it would have had more enemies, it would have been better. Because the enemies in that game were so. They weren't like really that like it needed more. It needed more. But the game, the exploration, the story, like one of the fun things about Santa Mina is when you sat there and you even wanted to read, because I have an issue with some games about the reading side of things. Like for example, one of the things I don't like about the old Dooms is when you sit there, or what was this game called? What was this game called? It was with the Iceman kid. I forgot the name though. The guy who played Iceman, and he runs around um, doing some quick, awesome moves or something like that. What was his name though? Uh, Iceman knows. I forgot the name of the game though. It was a 2015 game. So one of the things I really hate is that when you play a game and you look at those notes, right? You got to read those notes. So like 15 pages long. You're like, why should I read this right now? It's like 15 pages long. I just want to continue on with the game. Some people really like to sit there and read it, but I'm like, bro, put at least an audio in it while you run around doing stuff so that way you don't spend time reading this 5 minute thing. You know, it's insane. I like to read a lot of stuff. Some Doom also has that, but South of Midnight though, when it stopped and read, it was always part of something that was going on in that scene, and it was interesting to read. Everything they had, those notes were amazing. It was real fun. They really nailed it. They really nailed it with that game. It was a really good game. People who say South of Midnight is mid also glaze God of War 2018. Wow. And I do not know why South of Midnight did not get nominated for Game of the Year award. It should have been there. It was such a really good game. It was. It was amazing. Really did a good job on that one. Still to this day, I sit here and I talk about it. I'm like, wow, South of Midnight was really good. No matter what they say, it was really good. All right. So yeah, let me see now. My father wrote me a message. All right. Good. Yeah, it should have been there. And also, you Quantum Break. Yeah, that was the game. Quantum Break. Yeah, I hated the reading Quantum Break. At least it should have added like an audio thing for you to press the audio for so you while you do other stuff and you can understand it though. Have minimal gotten nominated for. Yeah, I should have gotten it though. But wait, hold on, you babe. Hold on. South of Midnight had one of the best music this year, but Clear Obscure though had the best music this year. Expedition 33 had the best music. It did. No joke, it had the best music. Even though South of Midnight was on top with the music though, but these guys really nailed that music. I mean, when you hear that sound from Claire Obscure, you already know it's Claire Obscure. It's one of those songs that you listen to and say, hey, that's Expedition 33. It sticks to your head already. It's addicting. It's addicting. But yeah, they really, like I said, South of Minute is a really good game. All it needed was to have better enemies into it and more fights. If it did have that, it would have been awesome. It would have been awesome. But yeah, good stuff though. Good stuff. Good stuff, Chad. Good stuff. Let me see now. What else is cooking? I remember Louis. His fate was so cruel. No, my fate is never cruel. No. South of Midnight music and lyrics matched the gameplay and added the story. E33 was good, but had zero impact to the story. But has zero impact to the story though. Hmm. But it was a really good game though. I gotta say they really did a good job with it. I had the Molly song stuck in my head for weeks. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like I said, both of the games did really well, good music there. Both of them did. But Clariscar was like, wow, that music, man. You sit through it, you just want to replay it. But yeah, but South of Midnight really, like for example, it should have been nominated for Game of the Year. It had one of the best stories out there. I really enjoyed it. Like she had to go and get her mama. It was so good. It was so good. So I'm behind Final Fantasy. Xbox getting the first two episodes, and the third one comes out later. Correct? Yep. It's coming out later, and it's coming out to Game Pass. Louis was born using the 3D printer. I never had a 3D printer. I'm not even buying a 3D printer. That thing costs a lot of damn money. 3D printers are expensive. Expensive. They are pretty expensive though. Pretty expensive stuff. Yep. So let's see now. Let's see what's cooking out there on Twitter. Besides the Top Hour news that we will talk about it tomorrow. Um, Terminator delayed. Already talked about it. There seems to be some Starfield news though. Can't wait to hear more about that. Something's coming up with Starfield. Starfield. Hmm. There's something happening with Starfield. What is it? We don't know. Good morning, Safo. How you doing? Well, Safo, good thing you were not here, Safo, because I would have been totally embarrassed if you were here. Because Safo, the topic of the news of today is PlayStation China project mismanagement allegations. So they're having issues over there with China. And the issue is they're making a game that they wanted to take over that project. They just want to pull it away. They want to grab it. And the project I think started like in 2020 or 2022, something like that. Chat, was that right though? 2022. And they stopped funding the project. And they stopped doing stuff with the project. And now all of a sudden they said, hey, we want to take over it. And the project said, nope, it ain't gonna happen. They're really pissed off with Sony. So yeah, they came out, with allegations about that, and also we talked about the dev that left PlayStation in 2017 to work on his own game because they don't give him free. They don't let them develop. They don't let them cook their own game. They let them do nothing. They just wanted for them to work in Uncharted and just repeat the old same schematic. They just wanted to repeat the old same games, and he got tired and he left. And also the dev that left Soccer Punch, he wanted to leave after 28 years in Soccer Punch, to travel with his family, have some fun out there, which left two in charge. Which I do not know why. Usually, when you put two heads in charge, they usually fight to making decisions, and it's usually a problem. But I hope they do get along and get things done. Um, but yeah, he left, to travel, be with the family, and all that stuff. And also, he's looking into working on something else, besides being on PlayStation. But yeah, crazy stuff happening out there over there in Sony. And also, Safo, I have the runs, which accidentally the microphone picked up on something. I thought I had it on mute, and so I have to go in and fix that later on after the show ends. I gotta go in and try to fix that, because it was a pretty embarrassing moment for me. Things happen. Yep. But yeah, but for Final Fantasy though, Final Fantasy 3 comes out day one on Xbox. They decided to quit the exclusivity deals. Square Enix is not doing any more exclusives because at the end of the day, it's been really dragging them down. Because like I always say, people have grown out of a system. Some people left to PC, some people went to tablets, some people went to several other places, and that's why Xbox is doing the whole third party thing. Because at the end of the day, look, South of Midnight did what it had to do on Xbox. If it sold well, if it didn't, or if everyone played on Game Pass or people bought it, because I know a lot of people went out there, got the vinyl CD, they got a whole bunch of cool stuff, right? So yeah, it did do its impact on Xbox, and partly did do its impact on PC too. And now, right, we have to go and put it on PlayStation to see who's going to pick it up and buy it and play it, because they will buy it at the end of the day. A lot of people did enjoy that game. So Louis is the system name. Louis is called Louis because he is lost in use ILA. Lost in user ILA is the file of 3D printer. So wait, you're creating me in 3D printer? Oh Lord, that's gonna be a big. You're gonna waste a lot of resources making me in 3D printer. It's gonna be like $3,000 just to make me in 3D printing. Lucra Aldeci. De la leche. What? Chicken with his beard that he is. Oh Lord. And also I did show my true achievement things and it said I played 55 games this year. So was it 55, chat? I forgot. Ugh. Let's see if I can find it again. 55 games this year, which is good though. 55 games, probably finished like 20 or 25. I don't know. I don't know. Doom was way too much. Doom got way too much hate this year. Really? You thought so? I think Doom did a really good job though, to be honest. So, and but at the end of the day, though, even though it did do well, probably, but yeah, hmm. I gotta check how much it sold though. Let me go check. I want to say Doom the Dark Ages sell. Sold in total. As of late 2025, the Lunar Arcades sold 800,000 units across platform PC, Xbox, despite reaching over 3 million players. This is availability on Xbox Game Pass. Breakdown roughly 400,000 in Steam, 2005, 2000 Xbox sales. More necessity via Game Pass. Weird. Weird stuff right there. Yeah. Hmm. No, didn't do as well though. 3 million players is good though. Yeah, online we're bashing Doom pretty badly. Said it was the worst Doom one since Doom 3, but most of the comments didn't. But wait, what? Wait, is how is Doom the Dark Ages worse than Doom 3? Because look, Doom 3 was a different Doom game. I understand that, right? I mean, it was pretty much like a scarier Doom though. No, I'm one that cries about it though. I'm the one that cries about it. But at the end though, Doom the Dark Ages was really fun though. But it like if it did have the guy like how can I say this though? If it did have the glory kills, then it would have been my game of the year right there. But since it didn't have it, I took that away from it. I am always best and superior than Doom Eternal. Hmm. Doom Eternal was really good too. But the thing was with Doom the Dark Ages, like the exploration, one of the things I loved about it was the exploration was fun. The maps were not boring though. I didn't find it as challenging as Doom Eternal because for Doom Eternal you had to move around so much and run, move, run, move, run. You know, and with this one, it wasn't that much move, run, move like it was. Like I didn't die as much as I died in Doom Eternal. Doom Eternal is a way more tougher one. A lot of people did not like that though. I always call the Doom Eternal the what's it called? Eh, the Souls of Dooms, right? I mean, I call it like the Dark Souls of Doom, Doom Eternal. It was really tough. But here's the thing, though, Yubei. Everyone is like Halo. They always complain. They always complain from a game that comes out, and when the next game comes out, they go back and say, "Well, I did love Doom the Dark Ages." It's kind of like with Halo. They say Halo sucks, but then they're back and say, "Well, I love Halo. I love the Halo Infinite campaign now. Oh, now you love it. But wait, didn't you say it sucked? But no, I love it now. It got better towards the end. Oh, we're here. It's Glory Kills actually, but without the name Glory. I think it's Glory Kills, not Glory Kills. Glory Kills. Doom Eternal was way too difficult at the point where it wasn't fun towards the end. Doom guys shouldn't die so easily. Man, I love Doom Eternal. Like, look, I always tell this to you guys. If you guys want to get better at shooters, go play Doom Eternal. You practice and practice and practice and get better Doom Eternal. Then when you go to Call of Duty, when you go to Master Chief, like that happened to me when Infinite came out. I just finished Doom Eternal when Infinite came out, and I was just on a killing spree. Like I remember 4 or 5 guys from the other team tried to jump me, and it was me by myself. I was like, I was just shooting them because I was dodging. Because I got so accustomed to dodging all those bad guys in Doom Eternal that it was easy for me to dodge these guys on Halo Infinite. I was doing so badass in that game. I was like, man, I was doing killing streaks. I was like, boom, 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 just killing, 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 having a blast. But yeah, that's the game. That's the perfect game to train for shooters. No doubt. But Doom won accessibility, yeah, but it had the most accessibility out of the nominated. Yep, that's true. They did win. Yep, they did. They did. It was pretty good. It was pretty good though. Pretty good stuff though. Pretty good stuff. What else is out there? Chat. Glory kills slowed the game down a lot and messing up the flow. Not true though, Yubei. Not true because out Glory kills give me fast pace though. That's not true. No, that can't be true. This cannot be true. You guys are kidding, right? You cannot. Breaking news: Xbox to shut down ID software. That cannot be true. That cannot be true though. If it is true, I'll be really, really, really aggravated. If that's true though, I mean, I'm gonna be so pissed off. If it's actually true. You guys cannot believe how pissed off I would get. Oh Lord. Oh Lord, don't tell me that's true though. Nah, it's not true. God sakes, chat, don't scare me like that. Scare me with something else, but don't scare me with ID software though. They cannot shut down ID software. And right now, it won best graphics of the year. They really did an amazing job with that. So I don't think they're gonna shut that down though. That's not something that's gonna happen though. No, 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 no. SNK Kev, how do you feel about the next Microsoft third-party system? Let's say the X version, not the S version. The MS puts two different models. Will release at over 1,500. You buy. Okay, that's a good question, SNK Kev. That's a good question, Kev. So here's the thing, though. How do I feel about it? Look, right? Nah, he's just no. They're just trolling me, you babe. They're just trolling me. They're just trolling me because they know I have a love for Doom. That's why. So like I was saying though, right? Coming back to it. Third party system. Why not? I mean, here's the thing though. Like I always keep on saying that the look, Kev, 2018, the word exclusive got weaponized because Microsoft came out with the Xbox One X, right? So when the Xbox One X came out, the powerful console, because it was the most powerful console, they needed to move the goalposts and attack Xbox somewhere. And they found what to attack Xbox with, and that was the whole exclusive thing. Like, oh yeah, without exclusive it don't sell, without exclusive this, without exclusive that, oh that box sucks because it doesn't have exclusives. But at the end of the day, once we got around the ABK deal, we found out the truth about exclusives. We got into it. We saw finally the truth has come out and said, hey, look, or to everyone, hey, everyone, look, this exclusive thing was not the best option. We saw that because we saw a company like PlayStation go ahead and fight for this game. And I was like, why is PlayStation fighting for this game? Wasn't the exclusives the whole matter of all this stuff? And then we heard that in order to make the exclusives, it was Call of Duty. In order for them, for everything, it was Call of Duty. Call of Duty was their bank at PlayStation. When we go into the 30th anniversary PlayStation and they showed us what was the most games sold in 30 years of PlayStation, it was Call of Duty GTA. Call of Duty GTA, and only one exclusive, which was Spider-Man. Sony has way, 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 way less exclusives than before, and yet they still believe in the exclusive narrative. Yeah, that's true. They still believe in it. They still believe in that stupidity because that word was weaponized, and media weaponized it even more to talk bad about Xbox. No, Jacob, stop kidding around, man. That's not true. Not like that, Jacob. Don't be depressing people out here, Jacob. Don't depress me like that. Ah, hmm. Let's see now. Just a reminder, December 31st of this year. So you can manually set your 360 clock to. It'll keep your Xbox offline most of the time, but need an up to date clock. Make sure your instant console online. Okay. Wow, that's crazy. The other 360 is here. I think they did end the 360 a couple months ago, didn't they? But yeah, I mean, if and also if but yeah, that's the whole narrative about the exclusive thing. So yeah, that's my opinion about the exclusives. Now, third party machine, as long as it run games really well, and as long the games are looking perfectly fine, and as long it does deliver what it should deliver on these boxes, because my main problem about these boxes is that we all fell into this trap, right? And this is true. We all fell into it. We were supposed to get 4K native 60 on these boxes, but we did not get them. So next generation, I really do hope that Xbox delivers on that 4K native 60. That's all I care about. I don't care about path tracing. I don't care about the ray tracing. I don't care about the shadows. I don't give a shit about none of that. So when they go out there and try to deliver this stuff to me, even though it makes the game look phenomenon, right, and beautiful, please give it to me 4K native 60. So that way I can appraise all this stuff you guys are talking about. So if there is an over $1,500 console, which I don't believe so, there will be a $1,500 console, right? It depends on what you have, though, Kev. Like for example, if you got a 1080p screen on your home and you have not gone up to 4K or anything else, then bro, get the lesser tier of the console. Even though out there they go ahead and they lie to you, they try to tell you the Series S is one of the worst consoles out there, bro. It's not one of the worst consoles out there. It's actually doing its beauty. It's actually doing its thing. It's letting you play games and have fun because the Series S is actually a pretty good console. It's not that bad. It's a pretty good console for 2K monitors and 1080p TVs. That's the truth. Which a lot of people out there still game to this day with that. But when it comes down, if you want power though, you want to get what's best out there. And I believe that the console is not going to be 1,500. I think it's going to be less. But we have to wait and see with the RAM pricing going up and everything. Right now, we don't know where it's going to. We don't know where gaming is going to. We don't know if these consoles are going to raise the prices again, which they probably will. Right? We don't know what's going to happen though, so we have to wait and see. Let me see. You babe, but now let me see. It's true ID detection. No, it's not. Don't be trying to be no, it's not. ID software just voted to unionize, get ready for the next game to take 8 years and cost 100 million. Damn. You babe, but now Microsoft doesn't need them because they are too lazy to do lighting themselves. They left it all to ray tracing. Why have devs when AI and ray tracing does the work for them? Ooh. The funny part is, Rachy, that it's not gonna be only Microsoft though. I mean, PlayStation, they're working on that AI stuff too. Believe it or not, they are. Now, Nintendo though is still not there yet. I bet you they're trying to get there, but they're still not there yet. But when it comes to PlayStation, and all this other stuff, oh man, woo, yeah. But yeah, Chad, it's gonna be insane where we're heading to. Like I told you guys earlier, I don't know what's gonna happen next year. I don't know. I don't know where life is taking us to. Don't know. I don't know. We're seriously how with the RAM prices. Let's just say Sony doesn't exist. How come they cannot sell more consoles even without Sony not existing or losing to Connect box they releasing? You're placing Xbox in third place. Hmm. Let me read that again though. Let's just say Sony doesn't exist. Well, then the competition would be between Nintendo and Xbox though, Kev. You cannot say that Nintendo isn't there. And the Connect box, though, here's the thing, another thing though. You have kids. If you have kids, they see this box, and remember, kids are gonna go crazy about this box. So basically, when I looked at the games that the box had available, it was basically stuff for kids, to look at the screen, to jump up and everything. And not only that, for $200, of course, anything that's $200 is going to sell. And a gaming device is 200. I mean, it's cheaper than tablets. Whew, way more cheaper than tablets. Way more cheaper than tablets. And of course, the kids are going to enjoy that console. Also, another thing though, the media goes out there to pump the hate. Just because in a Black Friday, the little Connect thing sold more than it did than Xbox, but how many of that Connect is out there being sold? I mean, it's simple. Let's go search for it. What's the name of the device? Little Connect defeats Xbox. Connect clone. Next playground. Okay, let's go see. Next playground console sold total. Hmm. Look, this box only sold in total, and this box released, I think it was in 23 or 24. But it says here the next playground is on track to sell around 600,000 units for the year 2025, a massive jump from 150,000 last year and just 5,000 2 years prior. Driven by viral social media success and focus on active family friendly play and popular IPs like Bluey becoming the surprise hit, and also a traditional console in the US during Black Friday. But that's it though. But because you have one console defeat you in Black Friday does not mean that the Xbox died. The thing is, that's what they want. And pretty funny though, the Xbox was right with the Connect thing. Maybe during the time it wasn't popular then, but now they came out with a Connect machine. They'll probably kick his butt. Oh Lord. But am I worried that that Xbox is going to be defeated? Am I worried that that Xbox is going to die? No. Am I worried that not going to be another box? I'm not worried because here's what's funny though, right? And this is what people don't understand. I lived through the Sega Genesis crisis, right? I lived through what happened with Sega. When Sega died, what did we all do? We moved. We said, okay, I'm out. I'm moving somewhere else. Some people moved to PlayStation. Some people moved to Nintendo or back to Nintendo. That's what we all did. And then the Xbox came out. A lot of people moved to the Xbox. The 360 though, remember one thing, the 360 though came out and it sold 80 million units. 80 million units though. It sold. When Xbox One came around and they decided to announce and the way it was launched and the way it was announced, that literally killed the rhythm of the Xbox. And a lot of people went to PlayStation. Now, the generation of Xbox One, they got close to selling 60 million consoles, so that's actually pretty good. It's not bad. 60 million consoles is not a bad. That's not a bad sale figure. This generation, I'm thinking, I really do think, to be honest, it's actually sitting around. It's going to sit around 45 to 50 million by the time it ends. I'm being as honest as I can be. I think it's going to get there though, which is not bad though. Now, if the console launches and it only sells 10 to 12 million units within 2 or 3 years, you got to get it out of there. When it comes out and does that, though, you got to get it out of there because it's not good for business. Kind of like what happened with the PlayStation VR. They stopped production. They said, we're not going to make any more VR2s because that thing is not selling, though. It's not. That's what happened, though. It just didn't sell. They said, okay, we quit with this. Not going to do it. So that's what happened with that, though. The Wii U also was another one that was oh lord. The Wii U only sold like 12 million units. That's it. Only 12 million units. Let me see. We still have fast devs, but the reason they are fast is because they know what they're going what they where they're going. Yeah. If you have kids, all you need is Fortnite, Roblox, and Minecraft. 100%. The release of the list of top 20 games per year in the U.S. I had to jump off. You may already discussed Black Ops 7 is considered number 7. They have 5 games in top 20. Battlefield 7 is highest. Wow. Devs are slow and lazy as fuck these days. They cry and mean it because see, GoldenEye 007 MP mode was made in 4 months in the devs' spare time. Now devs takes time for 100 people to roll out NG Plus mode. New Game Plus mode, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing though, Kev. I mean, media loves to slander Xbox because wow, this little Connect machine defeated Xbox, cool. But the Xbox is not even put in sale during Black Friday though. They didn't put themselves on sale though. Maybe next year they will because of course we saw. I even read the news about it. We saw they're going to pump up production because they were shifting. They were trying to they were trying to go to Vietnam, right, to get away from China because with the whole what's it called, the whole tariff situation over there in China, they're trying to move away the factory or the production of the Xbox, which they moved to Vietnam. So now we're going to probably see more pumping of the Xbox consoles because of course GTA is coming, and they have what is it, 60 million Xbox users out there. There's still people to this day using 360s, and they probably think they are going to make the jump now to this year to the Xbox, Series X or S. So yeah, we're probably gonna see more on sales in the Xbox this year. Probably a little bit more than what we saw this year alone. Next year's gonna be pretty interesting with the whole GTA 6 coming around. There's a lot of people going to do the jump, but the question is though, Will the next gen consoles be announced next year? That is the question we have to wait and see. Because I think that by 28, we gotta have consoles now. And GTA coming out in 26 though, right? It's gonna be interesting. Because probably by the end of that year, Xbox gonna start announcing theirs, and PlayStation's gonna probably start announcing theirs, and by the end of 2027, which will be pretty much the year of 2028, we will see and probably hear more on the new gen consoles. Because they're all aiming for 2028 though. Louis, I mentioned kind of in passing. Do you know that Amazon has their exclusive versions of some games? Yeah. Don't mention TCB money will come in spamming. Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about Baby Money. But I had to mention it though. I had to mention it though. I had to mention it because at the end of the day, they're really pumping in more stuff into it. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see next year what these boxes are going to do, how these boxes are going to do, and how much they're going to sell. Because look at this. Y'all want to laugh? Look at this. Jeff Keighley even put out a tweet, and I was like, "Oh, good old Jeff," because he has to tweet something about PlayStation. But look at this. It was interesting to read, though. Look, even though they dropped the prices. Okay, so look now, USA games in November. Oh, that's it. That's the news. Okay, thank you for that. USA in November, right? 2025 report. Year-on-year total spend decreased by 4%, 5.9 billion. However, spend dropped year over year. You guys are listening to this, and this is a Black Friday month. Dropped minus 27%, 695 million compared to 949 in November 2024. It dropped minus 27%. The hardware did. Number one selling Call of Duty was the number one selling game, followed by Battlefield 6 and NBA 2K3. Oh, but wait, Mina was talking bad about Call of Duty Black Ops 7 though. Interesting. Battlefield 6 is the best selling game of 2025 so far. Black Ops 7 saw double digits percent decline in full game dollar sales compared to November 2024. Okay. PS5 was the top selling hardware in November, followed by Switch 2 at number 2. Next, Playground ranked in third in hardware units sold, with Xbox placing third in dollars. 1.6 million unit sales of video game hardware was sold in November. Lowest, you guys are listening to this, lowest for a November since 1995, which is 1.4. You guys are listening to this? I'm reading this right now. This is the truth, though. Wow, it's like people didn't go out there and buy. They just didn't buy shit. Incredible. Here, I'm gonna put it on screen. Incredible. There it is. This is all from Shinobi. Xbox Series sales dropped minus 70. PS5 was down minus 40, and Switch 2 sales were down 10% year over year. Average price for new unit video games hardware was 439, November record high of plus 11%. Average price in November 2019 was 235. Game content spending increased plus 1%. PS5 Don't was the top selling accessory. You guys are listening to this? November, Black Friday sales and everything. Hardware did awful. And no matter what, even though PlayStation did number one, right? Because of course they think that's a win. But damn. Only, let me see, Switch 2, okay. Let me see. 1.6 units of video game hardware were sold in November. Wow, 1.6 million units? That shit dropped down the bottom. Holy smokes. I think a lot of, and you know what? This is something that really I sit there and I look at. I'm like, why didn't people, for example, take advantage of this situation? Because look, since November, right? We're right now in December, right? When did the whole what was it this month though? I think it was this month where we heard that they were Rams, were being shipped for the old AI thing, wasn't it? Yeah, was it this month or was it last month? I don't know, but I know recently we heard the whole RAM situation that's happening out there. So why didn't people take advantage of this and bought this hardware? Or probably because at the end of the day it's still expensive. They say, well, this is a 5-year-old hardware. Why am I going to buy this at 450 or 400 bucks? It should be down 200, 300 like it used to be back in the day. So I think though, chat, and really honestly, like I said before, I gotta wait to GTA 6 because I have like a prediction to this. And my prediction is for GTA 6 that it will boost up console sales. But at the end, though, some people are not going to make that jump like they're looking forward to. I think they're going to wait for next gen because it's so close to next gen. It's insane. We're really close to next gen consoles. We really are. No joke. I mean, it's got to be around the corner because of the talks we hear of Mike Cerny coming out talking about the console, next generation console. That talked about some things about the next gen console. We have Microsoft coming out talking about the next generation console a lot, and said it's going to be a PC slash hybrid console thing. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see next year, see what's going to be shown or anything. But yeah, I know Amazon had their own exclusive games. Yeah, I know they had their own version of exclusive games. Some of them were pretty good, though. To be honest, though, it was like one or two games that were pretty good. They had like a big old MMO night thing out there that was actually doing so well. Hmm, I don't know about that though. Hold up, hold up, chat. Hold up, because this is a business thing. Sorry about that. Does that factor in inflation? The lowest is 1994 is even worse. Probably so. Remember when Google had a console? Yeah, I remember when Google had a console. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Yeah. Pretty crazy when that console came out. I was actually looking forward to getting it. I was actually looking forward to getting it. But chat, listen up. The crazy ones gotta go, chat. I gotta run into the office. I gotta go do some stuff. I gotta go do some errands. I gotta pay the clean lady over here, and also I got to just do some office stuff because like I said, trying to leave everything done before next week because next week even though I'm gonna do some shows before I head out, but I gotta be home fixing up some stuff before I head out to the states. But chat, like always, before I go, tell me what you've all been playing. Yeah, I remember that little Google console was called Stadia. Remember when Stadia came out? The Stadia, yeah. It was not a console though. It was like more of like an app thing. But yeah, pretty interesting. It was like a cloud gaming machine though. They had like a little box, didn't they? Let me see. Google Stadia. Let me see. Google Stadia box. Google Stadia box, wasn't it? Let me see. Yeah, they had like a little box or something. I think it was a plug-in thing, like an Amazon Fire Stick thing, probably so. With the controller, you can play all your games. Yay! The Stadia. Trying to finish Otay. Nice. Been playing Final Fantasy demo. Cool. Doom Keeper. Fun little game. Trying to decide if much so. FS7R demo. Nice. Just a heads up for those who searches for reward points. Limited time. You get double down the points on your mobile and through your web searches. You might have to check the rewards. Oh, nice. I'm going to have to do that. Don't Keeper. Okay, okay. Nice, nice, nice. Me, I've been playing the 2D game, Terminator 2D game. I already finished it, right? So sooner or later, I'm gonna sit here, talk a review, talk about it. Probably I'll get it for Steam these days, so I can play it with you guys on here, so you guys can see the game. And yeah, I'll just do a couple run throughs right there, so you guys can see. Really fun, great game. But I get bored. Gonna watch the ending. Oh Lord, Safo, I hate when I. Yep, that's what happens to me with my head though. Like every time I go in, I try to finish Expedition 33. I get into that same problem. I get into that same problem. I do. No, as I said, I had to activate it. But chat, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Thank you all for super chats. Thank you all for memberships. You guys rock. You guys are awesome. I love you guys to death. Stadia was just a Chromecast and controller phone app or PC app. Yeah, it was. I love you guys to death. Seriously, chat, you guys rock, man. No joke. I love you guys to death, man. You guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. So, chats, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and also hit that bell so I can tell you when XBI content comes on. And guys. Have a beautiful night. Do mean a beautiful and awesome Wednesday. And as always, what if Xbox play Google for exclusive rights to use this in the tech? Hmm, interesting. I don't think they don't need it though because they have their own, have their own tech. I will see you guys on when we do come back, the Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET with Soundblow, the Big Pooh Man, Sound Cipher. And on Fridays, they invite me if they don't XP en Espanol with Elvis Elicita Metal Berserker. And last but not least, good morning with Crazy Luke Gaming when I send the signal out over there on Twitter X, Blue Sky, Discord, and YouTube. And that's why you gotta hit that bell so you can know when the crazy one comes on top of what's happening in the gaming news world. Have a beautiful day, you guys, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning on Good Morning with Crazy Luke Gaming. Bye, y'all. Have an awesome one.